Okay, let's see if the shit show works today. Because it might not, as we know. We always have fun and difficulties. Because that is life. Sounds good though. So, hello Dream. I see you've been typing away. Guess I gotta catch up on reading all of that. And hopefully today it doesn't stream as much. Or it doesn't stream. It doesn't lag as much as it did on Wednesday. I'm gonna have to figure that out. You're going through it, Dream, but you're trying to be okay. I, myself, am meh. I don't know how much you pay attention to sports or anything like that, but in my last video I said, go Jays, we want it all, and they didn't get it all. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Stayed up to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. watching that for it to crash and burn. I thought the last video was an interesting one to post just after the overture, but then again, the critters are at large are probably having similar thoughts and guesses themselves. Yeah, I was showing some interest in the D&D game because, you know, if I have the time, I might as well, right? I can play, and it sounds like Trent is leaning towards sounds like he's leaning towards Saturday for the game. So it'll probably be possible that I have the chance to play in it. Might have to get dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
fresh air feels good.
Let's start the stream off properly. Who are you most interested in? Or who are the most interesting characters to you so far? Not your favorites. Objectively, the most interesting. For me, every answer about Belair leads to 2 more questions. That's true. Julian, I spit on his corpse, Davanos, is also captivating to watch. And finally, Valus intrigues me due to what I know about her and what seems to be going on, and how that also seems to contract with how she's acting currently. Yeah, I think you're right on those characters being interesting. I would probably say Belair is probably the most interesting. Belair and Thimble. Like Thimble, the idea of Thimble to me is pretty interesting with how she is like...
What happened to all the people who lived here?
Follow the clues, boy.
Right. Follow the clues. Okay, so there was an evil dwarf king, and he made all these people hunt monsters. The people put them in cages, and then I don't know.
Well, I'm missing a clue.
Back inside the castle?
No. There's nothing more for us inside. But stay alert for chained dragons, boy. Perhaps you'll uncover more about this dwarf king.
Maybe. But yeah, like I was saying, Thimble interests me because she's like similar to Octus and how they're connected to like other realms, other worlds. I think that's fascinating. And I like how with the gods being gone and like this energy pulse destroying a portion of the world, I just find that to be so interesting with how they're like treating everything. So how those characters sort of come about and like what level of mystery surrounds them is pretty intriguing. Thimble's a good shout. What draws you to her? Well, like I was just saying with Fairy and all that stuff. Like Fairy and the other realms, like I'm a big fan of like other realm travel. That's why like one of my favorite arcs in like campaign 3 was whenever they go to like Nanamori's or whenever they went to the Malleus Key in the Fey realm, like that was so fascinating to me. So for me, like anytime like alternate realm travel is introduced in a story, I'm kind of hyped. A part of that might be because of my love for Kingdom Hearts and how technically that's what the entire story is. It's like realm hopping. So for me, when there's like conversations about that sort of stuff, I like it, especially in like a new world like this where we don't know anything about it. Like we know nothing about Fairy other than like things from Fairy used to be immortal and now they're aging, which is interesting to me. And then we also know that Fairy is now partially destroyed, which I think is rather interesting as well. The idea that there's this realm that was damaged quite heavily by like something that a different realm did, like I find that to be extremely fascinating as well. So for me, all of that stuff is interesting, and I am
What's got you all bum-fuzzled over there? Get
excited
going.
to learn about more of it. Upgrade. We can upgrade his bow.
Say the word, kid.
But if I had to pick one, Belair. Belair is like
Got something
the
else
most
in
fascinating entity in the entirety of campaign 4 so far. Because, like, he was created to kill gods, right? And then on top of that, if you really think about it, how does a being like that kill a god? It's, in my opinion, extremely likely they put that god, like they put the face of him on the god, right? Like, does that not make sense? Like, to me, that makes no sense that they put Belair on the god at some point, or they put one of Belair's siblings on the god. So to me, it's like very likely the way they killed that god was using the Mask of Belair. So at one point in time, Belair was a god. Whether or not you're able to access their abilities, it doesn't appear to be the case. But it's likely that they used the mask to kill a god, right? So Belair, to me, is extremely fascinating. With how, like, little we truly know about them. Because we know a bunch, but we don't know how much of what he was saying was a lie or not. Purely based on the fact that, you know, he was able to roll that natural 20 and Hal rolled that natural 1. So for us, as far as we are aware, we don't know if he's a liar or not right now. And it's honestly, he's a liar. Like, let's be real. He has to be a liar, right? Like, there's a very strong chance that he is a massive liar about what he's telling us. So, you know, I think there's so much mystery surrounding that character still, to the point where we can't really ignore that. Come on, hit. Shoot him, boy. Well, I'm not in good shape. I did not realize I was that hurt. And we don't have a resurrection stone. What are you gonna? You're not gonna blow up or nothing, are you? Holy smokes!
I did okay. Yeah?
Better.
All right, that was close. Or just using the god, the power of the goddess of trickery, and if like we have no idea if that's something that Belair could theoretically do, right? Like, do they inherit the bodies and their powers and their HP? Is like, do their stats subtly change whenever they take a new face to like somewhat meet in the middle? Do they have to meet a certain requirement of person? Like, that's the fascinating part to me. Like, when it was initially...
There was a shrine about a giant lady with lots of books and visions.
Ah, that would be Groa, the Knowledge Keeper. She was a gifted sorceress who gathered every tome of arcane wisdom she could find in the realms, all in the hopes of augmenting her powers of prophecy, that she might find her lost husband, Arvandil. But it was not her husband she would glimpse in her visions, for it was Groa, seeing longer and farther than any before or since, who witnessed Ragnarok, the end and the beginning. When Odin caught word of her ultimate prophecy, he maneuvered to obtain her knowledge and hoard it for himself. Groa knew Odin as a long-time patron of her services, and so she welcomed him into her library as a friend. What she did not know is that Odin himself was behind her husband's disappearance, having used his enchantments to conceal his death at Thor's hands from her sight. Smiling, jealous Odin took her by the throat, and with his very hands he stole her library and her life for his own.
I always knew Odin was bad, but that's just...
Ruthless, barbaric, heartless? That's Odin. In fact, we would do well to sit here in silence for the next few moments and reflect on Odin's capacity for cruelty. And so
Reflect longer.
But yeah, that we have no idea like how the Belair's ability of like body changing works or anything like that. So we have those questions still looming. But he's just as effective a weapon as the pariah blades. Yeah, which is good because, you know, in the upcoming skirmish against people and like that they're gonna eventually come across. Maybe we're gonna need weapons as powerful as the pariah blades, right? So it's good that Belair is just naturally one of those things. Forgot that was something we had to do. So yeah, like we said, it's a good thing that he is what he is.
You there? Have you destroyed the statue?
I absolutely love that the whole lore dump we were waiting for came with a caveat of us not being able to trust any of it. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it so fascinating. Like, how much of it can we truly trust and how much is just total lies, which is awesome. I love that shit.
The statue stands no longer, Spirit.
Then my bond to this realm is severed, and I am off to find the real God of Thunder. He will know retribution. My deepest gratitude.
Off he goes. Brave guy. Want to look for Thor on his own.
More like
He is a
stupid
fool.
boy.
What did the spirit leave us?
An offering to one of the gods.
Can we use it?
No, but perhaps the dwarves can.
All right. Moving on from this. That should have been something that shouldn't have taken half as long as it did, but hey, such is life with internet being a pain in the ass sometimes. All right. So with that done, we have a couple more islands to check out, which I think we should do before we get too deep into the weeds of going after some story stuff. What would be the most interesting lie to be revealed as a lie? Like, from that whole thing, from him, like, giving us all that lore, what would be the most interesting part that would be a lie? It's a good question, actually.
You want a beach here?
Grab it, boy. Okay. Trying to think what would be the most interesting
You are
part.
full of stories. When will you tell one that entertains?
I beg your pardon?
He just insulted you.
Yeah, I got that. So you want a corker, do you? Very well, my brothers. I'll tell you the story of Hrungnir, the brawler. The real story.
There was a huge battle, right? His shrine had him in the middle, fighting off Aesir.
A pretty story, but no. Hrungnir, you see, was born with neither head nor heart. So the giants had to complete him with stone. He was strong, to be sure, but also a perfect simpleton. Odin met him wandering in Midgard one day. Found him so amusing, so harmless, so gullible, that he invites him back to his palace in Asgard. There he gives Hrungnir his fill of mead
Where the hell is this lead?
and goads him into all manner of boasts and antics, all for the amusement of the court. I was there. I saw the Aesir laugh as Hrungnir leapt upon his shield and swore he'd kill us all and take our womenfolk back to Jotunheim. Then Thor shows up. And does he laugh? Oh no. Thor takes one look at the drunken stone buffoon and brings down Mjolnir on his head so hard that he's got chunks of Hrungnir in his own skull to this day. Thor is so startled by the face full of rock, he doesn't notice Hrungnir's body topple right onto him with a sickening crunch. And again, the roars of laughter echo through the palace halls.
That's an awful story, Mimir. Nothing like the ones Mother told me.
Let that be a lesson, my son. Truth is seldom so pretty as myth and legend.
truth is seldom so pretty as myth and legend. Brutal. I love that line though,
We're not
because
getting
it's
in
very
there
true.
without a key.
We don't have the key. Scheiße. Okay. Well, at least we have the potential next spot. I can see him being just as old as the Shapers War, but him and his siblings never face a god, let alone killed anyone, and his journey was a lot more complicated and dark than he's letting on. And Thiazi might have had a reason to be wary of him. That's what I was sort of leaning towards, right? When you asked that question, I was hoping that maybe there would be something about Thiazi and him, and that like something wasn't totally true about what he was saying. But at the same time, I kind of like the idea of like Belair adding this like sketchy mythos to Thiazi. Like I like the idea that Thiazi has like this level of evil within him to where he's able and willing to manipulate people. So while I like the idea that maybe he was lying about Thiazi just a little bit, I hope it doesn't take away from the fact that Thiazi was actually a dick, right? Like, cause the way that Thimble, like the thing he said about Thimble was Thimble would say like, she's a thimble to protect you from a prick, right? I loved that line. So if they fuck with it, I'll be a little upset about it. But at the same time, like, I'd get why they'd fuck with it a bit. I just hope they don't mess with it too much, because that was a great line, in my opinion. God, this is how he's Jesus. Come here, ogre. So while I would like there to be like a bigger reason as to why Thiazi was a bit of a dick, other than like this secret that he was fully and willing to share at some point, maybe there's something more to it. Maybe there's like a deeper secret, and maybe that secret is just that yes, he in fact killed a god. Like that could be a worthwhile secret to hold on to and be like, you know, especially in this place where a bunch of people seem upset that the gods were killed off for the most part. So like in this city, if Belair, this person who's been working with nobles for a while, is found out to be someone who actually had a hand in killing off one of the gods, that might not be the greatest thing for them to learn. But for certain individuals like Hal, I don't think that would matter to him all that much, especially compared to other people. But who knows if that's the case, and it's probably not the case. Because if that were the case, that's kind of like a whatever sort of situation, right? Oh gosh, I just died. I was so confused as to why I couldn't move backwards anymore. It's because there's a pond there. But yeah, I think Belair killing a god would be like the most fascinating way to sort of handle that situation, or that type of situation. Yeah, that's how you switch. What does that actually do? Like Belair might have genuinely wanted to come clean to Hal and everything, and he said about Hal's play was true, but not he's an innocent and he's not portraying himself. Yeah, like I get the feeling that there's some big lie here, because I get the feeling that there is some sort of big lie that is potentially going to play out, and a part of it might come from the fact that, you know, think about where Belair was starting that episode off, right? Like, he was in a seedy bar where some people knew him. So he's been around, right? Like, and unless you want to say all of that is because of Thiazi, which is, you know, possible, I guess. But it's probably not the case that it was all Thiazi who did that. Right? Like it's possible that Belair was put in that position because of Thiazi. But it would certainly have benefited him to be in that sort of spot, because now he gets to feed off bad people, right? So, I don't know. Maybe beforehand he was feeding on anybody he could get his hands on, and now because of the deal he made with Thiazi, he's able to, like, deal with less savory types, which would, like, portray the fact that, like, oh, Thiazi actually did do something to help him. Even though he was kind of a dick to Belair, he was still able to, like, provide some sort of help to Belair. Does that make sense? How is that hitting me when I'm like dodging the hell out of it? You better switch quicker, dude. We're in deep doo-doo right now.
I think I'm getting better at this.
I'm gonna sit here and throw this out until he dies. It would be really interesting for me personally to find out that he didn't genuinely want that to happen to that guy. Maybe, but I think he did want that to happen. Because he needed to be in better shape. Because he was in rough shape at the beginning of everything, right? So it's beneficial to him to have been in better shape. Hopefully I can heal a bit, because my God.
Everything okay back there?
Shoot. And I'm dead. Fuck, I gotta go get a resurrection stone or some shit, because I keep dying. Get the feeling I haven't upgraded my stuff enough like I should have. But yeah, there's a bunch of possibilities as to what's going on and like what part specifically Belair lied about. Blah blah blah. It will be fun to eventually find out what exactly he could have lied about. But until we learn for certain, there's just no way of really telling kind of lies Belair was telling. Which is still fascinating in and of its own right. Like, you know, the idea that one of these characters who we're going to be following is nothing like he's described to us, right? Like he's some sort of big liar. I think that's pretty interesting to think about. Gosh, why is that hitting? No, thank you. Holy smokes, man.
Ready to go now.
Keep shooting, dude. Holy crap, hopefully we got it. Whack. 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 Please die. Alright, third time is the charm.
You gotta teach me that.
Whew.
Our enemies are strong.
Yep. No kidding, Kratos. Solely because nothing was in the big presented to the dude. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying like there's a chance that that wasn't planned by Belair, but it was in fact planned by Thiazi. I think that's an interesting potential. I think that's honestly, that could be very true. Like, Belair didn't plan for that, and then it was just all Thiazi who planned for that moment to happen. Maybe. I wouldn't hold it against Thiazi. With everything that we've learned about the character, I would not hold any theory about him. That's the most interesting part of the conversation. We genuinely cannot trust anything Talzin revealed because he was given free reign to say anything, and Liam and us have to believe it with due to the natural 20 in that one. Yeah, that's the beauty of D&D. That being said, Liam doesn't have to believe what was said. He just can't tell if he was lying, and we don't have to believe it either. It's just, was he lying or was he telling the truth? It's sort of up to us to decide how much of it was a lie and how much of it was true, which is, again, part of the beauty of D&D, just as a whole. And that's the thing with, like, insight checks, right? You shouldn't be swayed by what the dice tells you. Like, oh, this is an insight check, so if I get a high roll, he's lying or whatever like that, right? The DM shouldn't tell you outright, oh, this guy's lying. The DM should give you descriptive stuff about how well you're able to read if a person's lying. So if you're talking, like you're the DM and someone rolls a deception check, or sorry, if someone rolls an insight check against an NPC, you as the DM should be like, oh, he's sweating, he's shaking his leg, tapping the ground a little bit, you know, and give him evidence to support his theory that this person is in fact lying. But you shouldn't tell him the guy's lying. Like, people, like, D&D characters aren't lie detectors, right? So a really, like, good way to sort of teach your players, like, that the DM's not going to give you the answers is to say stuff like that. Like, oh, the character's, like, leg is shaking and he's sweating and his eyes are darting around the room looking for, like, you know, some way out of the conversation. The DM should realistically never say, this guy's lying. So I honestly think that was a really well played out scene, because Brennan didn't confirm or deny anything, mostly because he couldn't. But I just liked the way that, like, it's being handled currently. Oh, cool. It's not going to drop on us. Very nice. So yeah, a little bit of DM advice there, I guess. If you are someone who's struggling with your players rolling insight, you don't have to give them the answers. In fact, it's better for you not to. Because then they're going to be like, okay, cool, I don't have all the answers, but I can lead my theory in this direction.
Nice to have an easy fight every once in a while.
I feel like even if Liam doesn't believe it, or I feel like even Liam doesn't believe it, but he will definitely play Hal as believing it. I don't even think he has to play Hal as if Hal believes it. Hal can still be, like, not very trusting of Belair, but he doesn't really have anything to go off of. He couldn't tell if Belair was lying or not. So while he might think he was lying, he has no evidence to support such a claim. So in his mind, it's sort of like this half stuck between he's probably telling me the truth, but he could be lying sort of deal, which is a fantastic spot for any player to be in, realistically, because it's a fun spot. The player gets to sit there and be like, maybe he's lying, and then the other player gets to go, he can't tell I'm lying. Like, that's more fun than just being like, he's lying. In my opinion. Somebody might disagree with that, but that's just my opinion. As a DM who's watched other players, I don't want to say struggle, but I guess that is a word I could use. I've watched other, like, DMs struggle with insight rolls in the past. I've sort of, like, looked for more ways to, like, have, you know, like, I've looked up many ways on how people are able to deal with it, and that's the one that I've found, in my opinion, that works the best. To not necessarily just give away all the truths. But I don't know. Again, I do think that Belair is a extremely fascinating character, and as we learn more about him, I'm excited to. I hope we run into more of his siblings. That's the big thing for me, right? Like, once we run into his siblings, maybe we run into a sibling who got placed on, like, an elf, and that elf is still alive to this day, so that same mask has been going the entire time. That would be interesting. like for a single mask to have been there the entire time would just be really cool as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you're not supposed to have shields, guys. Come on. Hey, my shield's cooler than yours. Apparently not. You guys are able to like break through mine. Oh, I thought I just fell off the side. That would have been terrible. Up and away with you. Jumping Yemeni. Why are these guys so hard to get through?
I'm ready.
Get away from my boy.
One more to go.
Oh, unblockable. Crazy. Oh, Lord, I'm having rough times over here. These... It's a great way to give your players agency. I mean, I suppose. See, that's one of the things that like a lot of people might be shocked about when I say this. I don't necessarily think a player has to have agency. Like, they don't have to control the pace of everything. While it's important that they do a lot, I don't think they always have to. Why was that happening? What the hell was that? Now, changing the subject slightly, have you heard of the theory surrounding Cadigan? What people think his big secret is. So I've heard a couple of theories surrounding Cadigan. The one that I heard and that I think most people are getting behind is that Cadigan is actually the wolf. And that the, how would I say this? The body, like the man, isn't. And like they're thinking that he died during the Falconer's Rebellion and his soul entered the wolf. And now he like puppeteers the body. Which is why the connection was so strong and so dangerous for Taisha to sort of look into. So I've heard the theory. Do I buy it? Not really. I mean, a bunch of people are like, look at the character art and how this one's scarred up here, and this one's got a like missing their hand, and this one's got scars and a glove on, and I'm like, sure. While I understand why people would have this theory, and while I don't think it's a horrific theory, I've definitely seen far worse theories come out of like Critical Role, like just character art stuff. I do think it's a mild stretch. But at the same time, like, hey, I've seen a bunch of theories over the years. I'm not gonna say this one's bad and this one's good or whatever, just based off a few things, right? This is gonna be a fight we will not win. They're way ahead of me in strength. They're just doing tons of damage here. Yeah, that's fucking terrible. Okay, so that's a fight we can't do. Little far ahead of us. We'll just open this and dip. Come back to that later. Unless you're thinking of a different one dream that people have come up with since I like heard that one, then I don't know. But that's the one that I've heard a lot.
To me.
That people think that he is a the wolf itself is Cadigan. I wonder if that. And it's funny because he's like, I follow the wolf, right? Like, and that's what a lot of people are like also basing it off of. Like, everywhere he goes, he sort of follows the wolf. But I get the feeling like that's supposed to be like a way that Robbie is like playing up the connection between like master and beast, like because he's a beast master. So while I see the theory and I think it's there, like there are pieces there, I just don't necessarily think all of the pieces of that are there, right? Like the theory has a couple missing holes that I personally need to see be filled in before I can go, I believe this theory. But I do think it's a good start to a theory. Okay, I can't. There's no, by the looks of it, there's no eagles. Yeah, that was the theory. Okay, cool. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad theory by any means. I think it's a good one. There needs to be a few more holes filled in for me to like buy into it completely. What are the holes? Well, realistically, most of the theory is based off of, to me anyway, just visual stuff. Like, and like, I feel like it's easier to explain, not necessarily holes, but I feel like it's easier to explain away why, like, the wolf would have a ghost hand and he has a couple of scratches on his arms and that there's, like, similar scratches on their face. Part of it is just from the fact that they've been, like, adventuring for a while and, like, those are easy places to get hit.
In the beginning, there was Ganunga.
And also, like, just the bond between the two, right? Like, Cadigan's
Only
wolf
primordial
lost a
wolves.
hand, so he started
There was
wearing a
fire,
glove
and there
because
was
he felt
ice.
bad for him.
And there
Like,
in
I
the
don't know. I
void
just feel
they
like it's
met
easier to
and
explain it
produced
like that than to be like,
more than water. The mystic lifeblood of something entirely new.
hang on, we'll
From
cut this
water,
off. That way we
linear
can
to core,
hear it
he
again.
became a being of pure creation and chaos, mother and father to all that came after. And we'll pick this up later.
Perfect. Would you like to hear?
Nightmares, what awful past.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people are claiming like the visual, like there is definitely visual storytelling, but at the same time, like I just don't necessarily put too much evidence behind that as of right now. In the future, when we like learn more about Cadigan, because he's like the character we learned the least about, right? So once we learn more about him, I would be willing to like level more into the idea like maybe the visual storytelling's there. I just genuinely think a lot of the choices that he made in character creation, specifically like visual character creation, was more so him like him saying like, you know, he's connected and bonded with his animal, right? So maybe he feels a level of pain through his hand, like because the ghost hand or the phantom pain that people feel when they lose a limb. So maybe he feels like the pain there. Maybe he knows the wolf is a better tracker than him, which is why he follows the wolf everywhere. What about Robbie having most of his backstory written for Brennan? Still not telling you to believe it? Yeah, but we don't know what he wrote.
Ooh,
That alone is not enough to convince me. Like, he wrote a lot of stuff out. That's grand.
Tears braziers, a symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
why would he use those strange runes, though?
Now you mention it, he wouldn't.
We like I said, we don't know like anything about his backstory yet. So as far as I'm concerned, the whole I don't know. I just have a hard time believing it. Basically, like I have my own reasoning for it. I just can't think of a way to like put it out there as to why I don't necessarily buy into it full sale yet. And again, that's all I'm saying. I don't believe it full sale yet, right? Well, eventually, eventually, once we get a bit more evidence surrounding the character, maybe Cadigan has like a reveal moment where he's like, yeah, I fucking died. Then maybe I'll be like, okay, I'm starting to see what everyone was saying here. But until then, I don't know. It just feels a little hard to believe that maybe, unless like, so in Game of Thrones, right? In Game of Thrones, there are characters who are able to warg out, if you will, and like see through their animal companion. And spoilers.
Just a small favor, really.
Spoilers for Game of Thrones. I don't know how many people really care anymore. But in the book, when they kill Jon Snow, right before he dies, he does the warg thing. Right? So he wargs out and starts looking through Ghost, because that's his wolf. And the theory is he's still alive in Ghost. We just don't know where Ghost is right now, and because George R.R. Martin hasn't fucking continued the books in a while, we won't know until he continues, like what's happening to Jon Snow. So, for me, if you want to say that he did something like that, then sure, he like warged into his wolf at some point in time. But keep in mind, the lifespan of a wolf is super short compared to the lifespan of like an actual person. And the fact that his body, the body that Thiazi and all of them had seen and all that stuff during the Falconers Rebellion, and there was no sign of Wolfwork anywhere in the Falconers Rebellion, just feels a little weird to me. And like the whole theory like goes off the fact that at some point he died and became that. But when? We don't know when he's died or if he ever died, blah, 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 right? And Brennan said, like, this thing that's extremely rare happened with Octus coming back to life. So, I don't know. There's a few things that sort of stand out and go, I don't know if I can buy into it quite yet. I feel like people are putting things together because they know there must be some mystery, especially since we know the connection between him and Wolfric is strong. I don't disagree with that.
What can I do for you two?
I think that there is an extremely powerful connection between them, and I can't deny that at all. I think we need more health. So I'm going to craft this.
I don't suppose you could try keeping that clean.
Sindri, you don't have to be such a baby about everything.
That looks
So while I do believe in the theory, like I do think it's a good theory, and I think that there are people who are putting two and two together really well. I personally need that little bit more, just a tiny bit more, for me personally to be like, okay. But that's just me. You don't have to agree with me.
fine piece of work.
In fact, I encourage
If
people
I say
not to
so.
agree with me because I'm always wrong.
Myself.
So with me saying that I don't believe in it, you should believe in it more.
Good.
I think that's the good way to go about things. If I don't believe it, you should believe in it way more because I am likely to be wrong. What is this? More resurrection stones. What have been the most off-base theories about characters based on character art you've ever heard? We're going for comedy here. Ooh.
Come back anytime.
Honestly, it was character art. I don't really know how to. It's kind of funny. I don't think I've heard too many. Like Cadigan's probably the first one I've heard a lot of people make theories off just based off of his character art. Like obviously, like people made for like Wick and Tierney, they made like, oh, these people are wearing similar clothing. Maybe they're connected in some form or fashion. Like that happened a lot, and I believed that. Like that made a lot of sense in my eyes. So like that one's not necessarily what you're looking for. It's a really interesting question, actually. I wasn't there early enough in the first two campaigns to like see those theories. So like those characters weren't necessarily ones I like.
Are we lost?
I would have had the joy of experiencing some of the fan theories that came out about those characters. Campaign 3, there was a bunch of theories surrounding Imogen's appearance, which got answered pretty early on, I believe, if I remember correctly. Wow. I really can't think of like any funny theories that I heard of from people looking at like character appearances and stuff. Now I'm trying to think of them. Trying too hard to think of potential theories.
What is this place?
Ah, could it be? The Eight Thrones.
Stop being coy, Ed. Do you know this place or not?
Ah, Mimir, the smartest man alive. I know many things.
Well, whatever this place is, it looks important.
To who? There is little of value here.
You know what? I think a good one, potentially, could be the idea that Belair was a Warforge. I think there was a lot of people going like, that red hair looks fake. It looks like a wig, which it was a wig. And people believed like the mask wasn't actually a mask. It was a Warforged face. And I liked that theory a lot. But now with hindsight, it becomes a little funnier. Like, people were kind of close to the concept, I guess.
Which one?
So, I don't know. I think that's a good one that we could, you know, look back and laugh at. But, you know, I don't think people were too far off in saying there's something up with the character design.
I have more information on that whetstone I mentioned earlier.
Fine.
Do you remember the dagger you gave me?
The dagger stabbed into the Reaver's back? His own son killed him? Yeah, I haven't forgotten that one.
Well, I traced it to a group of Reavers that operate out of the Northry stronghold. I'd wager that's where they took their haul from Fafnir's storeroom, along with that whetstone that I could use to help you. To work we go.
Okay. Can we upgrade
Another
it?
treasure hunt? Pointless.
Well, not if Sindri really can make us better equipment with that whetstone. Plus, the Reaver's son. He murdered his father.
Boy, you believe in every story we're told. Alright, we need to get
What more do you need?
more money. So we're probably just going to have to move forward with the story. Have you heard any funny stories there, Dream, about... Or not stories. Have you heard any funny theories based on character designs? Because I'm struggling to think of some. Especially because, like, after a while, their character designs changed, right? Like, a bunch of them made new character designs. So it's kind of hard to be like, this one and this one did something. It's like the initial ones where theories sort of come up and about from them. But I don't know. I am no expert on these things. Blow up. Blow up. What the fuck is that? That sounded sketchy as hell. It's down there, because I think I'm heading towards whatever that roar is. Don't know if we're ready for another roar.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher. You should look for more like this.
My biggest sort of hang up or question that I have for campaign 3 as of right now, sorry, not campaign 3, campaign 4 as of right now, is how much influence the Condescent Creed actually has, right? Like, what exactly is their level of influence over other, like, families and stuff like that, other sundered houses? That to me is like the big question that I would like to see answered at some point very soon. God damn, these guys hurt. You guys are rude.
You okay, brother?
Fuck off. Oh, Jesus.
I'm ready.
There you go, we got one, boy. Big grouper fish. Yes! That was a fight we should not have been able to win this early. Holy smokes. A formless substance. Oh, it's just fucking realm dust. Okay. Whew, that was close. That could have gone way better. And it honestly makes me fear whatever the hell is making that sound. We should continue with the story, like I said before. How about top 10 most sought after answers following the overture? Ooh, that's a good one. Sought after answers after the overture. Damn, there's so much to really think about now. I want to know if the Taconuses were the ones to affect Fairy in the way they do.
I can indeed. Where were we?
We'll let Ymir talk.
Ymir, the first giant, had emerged from the void, and every form of life began to spring forth from Ymir.
Even the Aesir?
Aye. Every god, man, and beast came first from Ymir's flesh. Though it was the Aesir who thought themselves so superior that they should hold dominion over the rest of creation. It was Odin who took arms against his creator and spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. A necessary evil, he would say, to bring order to the realms. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin would fashion the realm of Midgard for his own. Called himself All-Father, as if he was the creator and not the creator-destroyer. The small, covetous tyrant.
Ymir?
Huh? Oh. Sorry, my boy. You know, I think it best we just end it there, actually.
Alright.
You don't look too good.
Healing. Phew. Okay, so I want to know if the Taconuses were the ones that did that to Fairy. I want to know specifically if Wick were to
Seen
die,
those before. They look like they walked straight out of hell.
would Tyranny actually like be forced out? Like, would she be forced to go to like? There's no real other way to put it. Would she be forced back to hell or wherever the heck she came from? Like that to me is like probably one of the bigger questions from the overture. Would she be forced back to wherever the Prince of Demons is from? Like that would be interesting.
Another piece of the language cipher. Good.
How exactly did Wick's grandmother, I don't want to use the word capture, but how the fuck did some random ass woman, who honestly we don't know if she's some random ass woman, like how did she capture celestial, this feral celestial, right? Like that's a good question in my opinion. Like, how in the world did this woman, who, again, we don't know how powerful she truly is and how powerful she isn't, blah blah blah. So realistically, there's no like true way of being like, oh, she's weak, oh, she's not weak. We have no idea. Like, I guess that's another question. Who the hell was she before? Like, what was she before all of this? Because that's an important question. In all honesty, that's an extremely important question. To know exactly who we're dealing with is really a big deal in my eyes for that character. Because I think she's extremely, like, badass and cool. Like, Yanessa, that's how you say her name, right? Yanessa? She's badass. Just from the idea of, like, her being able to, like, capture the Celestial, badass. Is that a good thing that she's against the party? No. But is it cool nonetheless? Absolutely. So what was that, 4? That's 4 so far. When or what was... because... okay. I want to know specifically, like, what the connection between... Julian's father and Thiazi was. Like, what, like, he saved his brother in the war, but, like, does that mean, or not his brother, his uncle or cousin or something in the war? Like, but what does that actually entail for Julian's family? Like, does that mean, like, they were indebted to Thiazi? Is that where Thiazi and Aranessa sort of started to come together as a couple because of Thiazi's acts in the war with the Davos family? Like, how important is his actions in that war in getting him to the position that he was in? We can infer a lot of these answers right now, but I just don't know if we have them yet. Like, the truth to the answer yet. Which I think, like, how Thiazi, I'm going to word it like this, how Thiazi and Julian are connected. Because there is definitely a bigger connection than what we've been told already. And I think that's what makes Julian so upset about how far his family had, like, fallen because of Thiazi's actions. Right? Because they were somehow related to them in some form or fashion.
Another one.
This one is Thrym, a frost giant king.
Correct. A cunning one as well.
Is that Mjolnir? Did he steal Thor's hammer?
Aye, for a time.
A lot of these seem to end with Thor killing them.
Imagine that.
So that's 5 questions. You were asking for 10. Oh. Basically, we already talked about it. How much of Belair is a lie? Like, how much he told us is a lie. That's a big one. That's a big one. And then, I want to know what the Liar's Blade does. So that's a big one for me. Because depending on what the Liar's Blade does, I think Hal is either going to be fine, or he's going to die soon.
This does more than decipher those Muspelheim runes. It also contains the travel room. Should we go visit the Fire Realm?
No. So, that's definitely one of them. Like, what the hell does that blade do? That does not look safe. Let's get the fuck out of here before we fight that guy. And now I'm trying. I only need like 2 or 3 more, right? I want to know everything about Cadigan, because we know virtually nothing about him. So, learning everything about Cadigan, high on my list of priorities. I think that's about everything we've had to worry about thus far. Did we go here yet? The Iron Cave, the Iron Cove? I don't remember. Okay. I think we'll go deal with this because it looks like it's important to Brock. So we'll go deal with that first, maybe get some upgrades, and then we'll go after the story stuff. Because I'm sure most people don't care. They'd rather just chat about Critical Role than play the game, which I'm okay with. I like being able to just chat and play.
Here. What can you tell me about that giant lady with the bow?
She was called Skadi, Queen of the Hunt. Her father was Thiotzi, who could take the shape of any wild creature, and taught Skadi how to hunt them all. From the ribs of pack beasts, she fashioned second feet, allowing her to glide upon the snow so no animal could evade her. She became a huntress beyond compare, even to any god. Odin himself wanted her for his bride, believing she would bear him strong sons. But she spurned his affections, and for that insult, Odin vowed revenge. It was put forth that the Aesir were plagued by an eagle who would steal the precious golden apples of Idun. Not even the finest archer among the gods could bring it down. Odin knew that Skadi could not resist the temptation to prove herself superior, and so she joined the hunt. Skadi tracked the eagle as it flew where she alone could glide, and loosed an arrow from her unerring bow. When she collected her quarry, she found no eagle at all, but her own father, poor Thiotzi, slain by his own daughter. She was overcome with grief and shame, for there is nothing nature so reviles as a child who kills their parent. Skadi succumbed to her fate as winter's blanket fell, holding her father as the mountain held her in an embrace to last eternity.
Well, that was sad.
Aye. There aren't many happy endings for the giants, I'm afraid.
Again, they're good stories, but they're very sad. So, a couple more. I think I need 2 more to finish off this question from Dream. And I am really struggling with coming up with some answers for some reason. Because there's a lot of really good ones. I just don't know which ones I want to use over others. Oh, is Wick some sort of ASMR, right? Like ASMR, however the hell you want to say it. Like, that's a big one for me. Like, is he like truly part celestial, or is he like, he's so far down the line that it's kind of been diluted? He would be like a quarter celestial at this point, I believe. So was it too diluted by then? I think it's a good question.
Well,
And then for the last one. The last one, I guess, is like, who do we think the true villains of Campaign 4 is going to be? Is it going to be the Taconuses? Is it going to be the Halovars, the Contestant Creed? Or is it going to be some sort of like third other faction? And do we also think that this is going to last the entire campaign, right? Because I could see a potential campaign where, you know, this initial story with Thiazi and all of them sort of ends and they move into a different arc, right? I could see like Casimir gets killed off, and then the Seekers are all about dealing with the Taconuses, so they kill them off in some form or fashion. And then the Schemers are about dealing, or vice versa, or the Schemers are about dealing with the Halovars and like their political intrigue and all that sort of stuff, and they defeat the Sundered Houses, right? I could see a future where that ends up happening rather quickly. Thiazi comes back as the big bad. Damn. I just realized why you like this game so much. The travel realms in this one too. PvP or big bad? PvP big bad. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, Freddy? I'm curious by what you mean by that exactly. Because I like the idea that Thiazi comes back as a big bad because of the Taconuses.
I can't hear thoughts
Like
from
they bring
Rings,
him back
bro.
to life as an evil guy. Yeah, I know PvP means villain, but
Talking to me.
but
It's
who?
Ivan.
What? Who?
Ha! Knew it.
He says he went to the Velander mines to observe his mistake, but then the Soul Eater attacked. So as he was being ripped apart, he cast a spell that removed his soul and put it in this ring. And then he,
What about all his stuff?
huh?
Anvari had a workshop here with all sorts of posh doodads and ornatery tools, and one beaut of a hammer. You make mention of it still in there?
You're upsetting him.
Your point? You fellas take Anvari with you and go have a look-see. If you find his hammer, I'll whip up something real nice for you. Hey now, don't go forgetting your entry stone.
Good point. I don't know. Half the team just turns out wanting to fight the other half. Just theorizing. It's a good potential outcome. I think this is the game where something like that could easily happen. Where something comes up where like the schemers or something get told that the soldiers have done something horrific.
We found something interesting.
And then bam.
Well, color me interested.
They become bad guys in their eyes. So now where it's an ideal fight where they're like they have an ideals differences, like this group thinks this way and this group thinks this way, and it comes to blows, sort of like, you know, Avengers Civil War. I could definitely see something like that happen, and it wouldn't be too far out of the realm of possibility for this game specifically for that to happen, because I think that could be fun.
Tyr would have been pleased as peaches knowing these offerings were being turned to armor.
Did you know him? What was he like?
Never you mind, boy. Tyr's dead. Best not to dig up the past.
The dwarf speaks wisely, for once.
What's got you all bumfuzzled over there? Get going.
Okay, can we make better armor for Atreus? We cannot. We need more hack silver. Can we make better armor for me? We cannot. We need more hack silver.
Yeah, check back soon.
Top 5 most likely characters to betray everyone else. Ooh. Okay, did I give you 10 answers for the other one, though? I think I did, right? Just want to be safe. That I answered the other
Anvari
one.
isn't happy about us taking his stuff.
I do not care.
I'm not
I
gonna tell
cannot,
him
boy. Or I care not, Advari. No good, lizards. Honestly, I could see Belair betraying them in some form or fashion. Not necessarily Hal, but I think I could see him betraying like some of the other like members who are Sundered Houses. So like, I could see him somehow betraying Julian and Octus at some point. Maybe even Taisha. You know? But, you know, these are just potential things. Oh, I could see Belair also, theoretically, having already betrayed Thiazi and Thimble. Because here's the thing, right? I think I've just put 2 and 2 together. Belair was the one who let Valus into the city because he knew that the Night Song Stone was stolen by Thiazi and Thimble from Valus. And he let her into the city because he was hoping that Valus would somehow kill off
Just give the word.
Thiazi. Wow. I just thought about that. Julian, Valus, I don't know all of their names. Luis's character, Azune, Belair. Why would Azune betray anybody? I guess if Azune gets sort of caught up in like the whole wanting to not lose his station thing, I could see Azune doing it. Julian could do it because of his honor, and if they start doing stuff that are dishonorable, he would betray the party, but not his ideals. I could see that easily. Yeah, I think you're onto something with that one.
Betray us.
Anvari says this dwarf was part of his crew. That he died because of his mistakes. He sounds sad.
The ring's grief is of little importance, boy.
They seem passionate and stuck in their way of thinking. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Once I thought about it, I could see him somehow betraying the others in some form or fashion. I don't necessarily think it'd be like a traditional betrayal, but yes, I agree.
Oh, he did not like that. He's warning us not to go down there.
Stop listening to the ring, boy. It cannot be trusted.
You know, it's funny, Dream. I was actually just thinking Cadigan might be somebody who could betray the party. Simply because we don't know too much about him, and he seems to have been, like, the most, like, mercenary type out of them all. So, like, maybe some form or fashion he betrayed them. But I don't necessarily think that's something that happened. It could potentially happen. And then Tyranny. I know that sounds fucked up, but I feel like there might be some way that she gets, like, mind-controlled into betraying the party via her sisters. Or maybe she gets manipulated by her sisters in some form or fashion. But I can definitely see Tyranny in the long run end up being a character who, like, makes a mistake that looks like a betrayal, and then she has to kind of live with it until they fix it for her. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I'm going with. I'm going Belair. I'm going Belair, Azune, Julian, Tyranny. Did I have another one? I don't remember if I said another one before. I'm just being stupid for not knowing what I said. Oh, Cadigan. Cadigan. That was the other one. So there you go. Those are the ones that I think that are possible. I don't necessarily believe it's going to happen. Yeah, you don't want anyone to betray anybody. Yeah, I agree. Like I think this is the table that could end up doing some sort of PvP, like Freddy was saying. So it's possible. Yeah. Traditional betrayal, the demon, yeah. But I don't know. Like a pack she can't break. That's true. Maybe it's a little hard for it to happen. I will cry myself to sleep if Tyranny is forced to betray Wick with tears in her eyes. Oh, you just know it's going to happen now. You've done it, Dream. You've set up the plot point for them to do it now. Because it's all scripted. It's all fake. They're going to do it. Sorry. Sort of don't know where that came from. I never get to chat with anybody about CR, so thanks for being here. Well, you know, it's this whole channel. It's all about chatting with people about CR. Yeah, it's the reason that I made the channel in the first place, so I could talk with people about Critical Role. Because no one in my life does it. Losers. The losers. At least not to the point where, like, they're ready to theory craft with me. Like, some people watch stuff like my aunt. She watches Legend of Vox Machina, which is awesome. So I'm excited to talk to her about the Mighty Nine animated series, which comes out this month, which I'm excited about because the Mighty Nine is my favorite group, and I believe they should have had the animated series first. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding at the same time.
Silence that ring.
I don't know how.
I'm kidding, but not kidding. I can't wait for the Mighty Nine series to come out. And then what? Like the animated, like the 5th season, or sorry, is it the 4th season? Whatever the next season for Legend of Vox Machina is coming out soon thereafter, right? Like, it's not going to be that long between them. I just find it weird. Hopefully they don't mention that it's 25 years later, because then it's going to be like a weird spoiler for the Legend of Vox Machina series. So I'm hoping they kind of keep it tight-lipped, and I hope they finish Legend of Vox Machina before they do the 2nd season of the Mighty Nine, because that would be weird. And I just know it's going to cause a lot of confusion for people who are out of the loop. But I am so excited for the Mighty Nine. That is my team. That is my favorite group.
Here, boy.
It's another one of those maps.
Yep. All right, back down, boy. So yeah, I think that was 5 people who I think might, probably not, could betray the others. I actually believe the idea of them ending up in PvP way more than Do we know the truth of Wick's character class? Still cleric on the books? I think it's still cleric on the books, but it's almost guaranteed to not be the case. Almost guaranteed to not be the case. And I actually made like one of my most favorite errors of all time, because I was like, oh yeah, there's no way he's a divine soul cleric because, or not divine soul sorcerer because he doesn't have access to lesser restoration. And then people are like, what the fuck? It's like one of the main things that they can do. And I'm sitting here at 4 a.m. going, ah, shit. Sitting here writing all that stuff out at 4 a.m. and then reading it without blind faith of going, maybe I should double check this before I say something stupid. But, you know, that's just what I do. I say stupid shit all the time. So am I going to end up fighting the soul dude? Or I reckon they will have organic reveal post Legend of Vox Machina series finale. Just as I hope it happens, the Bell's Hells animation. I hope they do Bell's Hells too, man. If they don't, that would be soul crushing for me. Because I gotta be real, like, as much as I've said in the past that Campaign 2, like, actually saved my life, Campaign 3 gave me another chance to, like, succeed in life in a way that Campaign 2 didn't, right? Like this channel, it received love and people watching it because of Campaign 3. So I owe this channel to it. So I would be devastated if it never got some sort of animated series. Oh, this guy's a lot easier to figure out than Fluffy. Oh, of course. Right as I go to say it, some other thing shows up. Yeah, the Bell's Hells need to be animated. There's so many awesome moments. The Death Wish run, come on. Like, the Death Wish run is, like, the coolest thing that I think would be so, like, awesome to animate. Like, it would be Mad Max in Critical Role. Like, that'd be so cool. We met during Campaign 3. Exactly. Like, so many good things.
What do we do with that?
All the streams started during Campaign 3, I believe.
What's a Soul Eater even doing here? What do you mean it's your fault?
Boy, ignore him.
It's sort of tough for me to ignore.
So yeah, I would love to see Campaign 3 get animated. But I just know there's somebody going over here like, please don't animate it. Like, shut the hell up. I don't want to listen to you. I want Campaign 3 to get animated. It'll get animated. I need FCG being a wheel. I need listen, this is going to sound sad. I need FCG's death animated right now. Like, the emotion. I have never.
He says this chest will trigger a bunch of traps.
Never cried as much watching the show as I did during the FCG death. That was brutal.
Sounded so sure about it.
And then on top of it, to later learn why Sam left the table for a while made it all the more worse. So, like, that moment needs to be animated. It needs to be. I've also sort of let go of the fact that, like, I'm not going to get, like, a perfect retelling of the live shows in the, or not the live shows, but, like, the live plays, because of how they change things for Season 3 of Legend of Vox Machina. I have grown to accept this fate. I was a little bit upset after it happened, which I made a good video about it, and a bunch of people were like, why do you care this much? I'm like, because I love the actual story. But either way, I have grown to accept the fact that it's likely not going to end up being 1-for-1, which is fine. I mean, they already technically didn't do 1-for-1 with it because they got rid of a certain Tiberius. But yeah. Okay. C3, CR3, fun, crazy character races, but I'm stoked that most everyone is realistic fantasy races. It seemed like with C3, it was a bit too wacky. C4 is like they're back to C1 with them playing themselves. See, yeah, but I saw a bunch of people super upset about the races, about how they weren't, quote, diverse enough. Bick is apparently here, but I can't see her for some reason. What? That would make sense, because it says someone else is typing and that they're second place. That is so weird. Why? Hello, Bick. I don't get it. It says you're here. It says you're number 2 top fan. This is weird and odd. Hang on, let me check something. Let me see something. Hopefully this doesn't cause us to lag, because you never know what will do it. I've noticed it doing weird stuff lately, but I don't think it did it. That is weird. Maybe you should try loading in and loading out, but I'm not too sure. You switched to all messages, but I thought I was. Stream settings. Viewer activity. What is happening? Oh, there it is. Why did that happen? I can see you. There you are. I switched it. I don't know why it was on top chat and it said that you were one of the top viewers and it wasn't showing you. But now I can see you. Hello. Did you say anything that I missed? No. Oh, yes, there's a few things that you said. Oh, wow. How far up were you talking? I just was ignoring you. My bad. Well, I wasn't ignoring you. Crazy. What the hell? You got caught up to C4. That's good. I'm sorry I missed so much that you said. Didn't want to interrupt the flow, plus my luck with technology recently has been shit. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I feel that pain. Did you watch the last stream that we did? Dear Lord. The technology fight that I had was brutal. That was weird. I feel bad that you probably felt so ignored. I wish I could go back up and read everything you said, but that'd be a lot to go back up and read.
Vari says his workshop is up there. But I know. Don't trust the talking ring.
Okay. It's all good. Well, I still feel bad. Someone just saying don't worry isn't going to make me not feel bad about it. Workshop. Oh, yo. Oh. We were talking, Dream, I remember this conversation the last time, not last time, but the time before. We were talking about dispatch. So I decided to look into the game a bit, and the 4th episode came out, and yeah, I can't stream that. I definitely can't stream after episode 4 came out. That's, dear Lord. I've now heard some insane sounds from Laura Bailey. That's all I'll say. That didn't kill him? Crazy. One of those drops kill outright. It's the Canadian in you. I came back so apologetic. Hey, you know what? We do apologize a lot. Damn it, I didn't mute myself in time for the sneeze. That sucks. She said bless you. I was like, ah, she heard it. Everyone heard it then. No. And here comes another one. Oh, what's wrong with my nose? Gimme. Agir's protection. Cool. Oh, he's dead. Cool. Oh my god, we wombo comboed them. Beautiful.
You are
Someone
one
come back up.
vicious son of a bitch.
I think we're good. Okay. Yeah, we do apologize a lot. And we have to apologize to everybody who watched the fucking World Series for too long. And hoped that the Jays would win.
Boy,
Didn't happen.
Please, just listen.
My pain.
Var's crew did something bad here. He's glad you destroyed his lab. And he's sorry he kept trying to trick us. His hammer is just through this gate.
No joke, the only fight I had over there was a dispute between who was more sorry over bumping into each other, and I loved it. That's funny. Bix contributions to our chat. There's a theory Marisha is just playing her mom. I think she outright said that. Like, she's already said that, basically, which I think is funny. Hal might betray everyone to keep his family safe. I could see it. She's enjoying C4 and had a main character Thiazi. She's enjoying that C4 had a main character Thiazi, and who's dead now. Yeah. So okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Thiazi could be seen as a main character. That's for sure, which is funny. He is easily the most important NPC in Critical Role history, and the fact that he's dead just makes it all the more funny. Like, he is super important to the story.
here, boy.
Yes, sir.
Pick up the thing, boy. While I search this chest.
That's going in the journal.
So yeah, to
This is a fine hammer.
And Var
To,
says thank you.
continue the oh right, I forgot we can add like stuff to these. Shizen, I'm silly. To go back to what the hell is that game called? Dispatch. To talk about that for a quick second. Yeah, unfortunately that's probably not something we'll be able to play. Purely based off episode 4. And that fan base seems ravenous. A little too horny for me. That's what the fan base looks like. Just a wee bit. But that's okay. That is okay. I'm sure at some point I'll play it off stream. Because I'm a big fan of that type of game. Like, I love The Wolf Among Us and all that stuff. So at some point I would like to play it. I just know it's something that's not streamable. Which is unfortunate. Eventually I'll tell you all about my adventures over yonder, but I don't think stream should be it. Most importantly, glad to be back to you nerds. Well, that's good. I'm sure you had lots lots of adventures while up here in the Great White North. In this freezing tundra that is our home. We are the Nords. I'm just upgrading weapons. My apologies if this takes too long. I like that. That looks dope. Let's do that one. I also like that one. What's this one like? I like that one. That's a bit much to spend for an upgrade like that. How dare you? Are we not horny enough? Hey, that's not the conversation we're having here today. I'm sure you... Never mind. Never mind. We'll move on from that one. Y'all are something else. Increase maximum number of targets. I like this. What is this? There we go. We're slowly upgrading ourselves to where we won't have any issues with people anymore. But it's slow. Slow process. And I'm not saying that... I'm sorry he said that, Bick, even after all the barking every time Missouri was on stream. I was gonna say something about the barking, but I didn't really want to bring it up, just in case we wanted to move on from it. But hey, that's up to you guys to decide.
We will talk to the blue one.
Listen, the community forums by relating to the creator, it's your fault. How is it my fault? What did I... That was loud, I'm sure. What did I say that was... Did I say something back then that was really horny about Missouri? Probably. It's been talked about. Is it being talked about that we think Valus is going to try to resurrect her dead god with the help of Octus? I honestly think that's possible. To be fair, Zodiac was just as embarrassed about the terms and service breaches as I was. Yep. But there's been a lot of like not so great discourse surrounding that game just in general. Like I've seen a lot of people very upset either way about stuff about that game, and I don't know if I want to be like streaming that and getting involved and like having to make my choices and all that sort of stuff. It's the same typical stuff that sort of comes out about a game, like, or about anything, when someone's like they have their idea of like what the character is, and then like the in-game stuff or the in-game choices sort of dictate that the idea they had wasn't the case. Specifically surrounding Laura's character in the game, there's a lot of people very upset about that character.
Looting every keyhole and cranny.
Here, the alchemist's hammer. His spirit is a nuisance.
Nah, Anvari always was an asshole. Hell of an alchemist, though. Hand him over here and I'll melt him down.
What? You're going to melt down your friend?
A trapped soul's what I need to give your reward some extra oomph. You don't want it?
Father, we can't do that. Here, you hold on to him. He's really useful, I promise.
Fine. So long as he proves his worth.
Alright. Very
Kid's
high
a bit of a softie,
perk
huh?
activation.
Well,
Okay.
he'll grow up.
He'll grow up.
Could you take a look at this?
What you got for old Brock?
Oh no, you can always bring it up. I did it because I thought it was funny and you seemed mildly entertained. It was funny. I'm not saying it wasn't a bad thing. I just didn't know if it was to be brought up. Valus resurrecting dead god with Octus. Yeah, I totally think that's a possibility that they would have. 100% agree, Freddy, that Valus' motivations are sticking around. Yeah, totally. That's definitely the motivation. I'm unsure if she'd resurrect her god, but I feel like it's a good theory.
See,
Yeah, it's a
you
good
boys
theory.
ran afoul of some travelers. Or them travelers ran afoul of you, more like.
Who are they? What do they want?
Dunno. Oh, you ask a lot of questions.
All right. After all that, it's time to move forward with the story. I feel like we are much stronger now than we were before. So we should be able to deal with basically anything that gets thrown our way. Just looking around to see, just to make sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else for us to do. Soul Devourer. Alright. Back to the storeroom. Can we not go there? Oh. I mean, it's your VOD and forever in my digital footprint, so I don't care. Fair enough. But at the same time, literally, if I were to try to stream Dispatch, I would get some sort of TOS. Like, it would just happen. I would have to learn how to be good at censoring very
I
quickly.
know I've been up in a mountain for a while now, but since when do the dead not stay dead? A little resurrection among friends is one thing. I can hardly complain. But it's as if hell itself is shambling into Midgard.
Freya said the world was out of balance. That somebody meddled with forces.
Oh, that's plain to see. And Odin is the king of meddlers. But I shudder to think what he did to cause this. Perhaps it involves the Valkyries. That'd be playing a dangerous game indeed.
What the fuck is that? There's something down there, but I am not jumping. Yeah, I think it doesn't happen until about episode 4, but there is something that would have to be very quickly censored. So, and I have no idea when it would come up. So that game is off the limits until we figure out how to be better at censoring stuff. I mean, there's a censored option in the menu for the game. Is there really? Wow. See, now I'm out of excuses, aren't I?
Here.
Yes, Father.
Would Belair take a player character body? I thought about this, right? Right, Freddy? Like, I would totally think that Belair, if pissed off enough, would absolutely put their mask on someone else. That was something I've definitely thought about. And I was like, would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Would they? This is where the whole conversation of like,
Why don't you tell us the
would
story
they
of the
gain
giant that
anything?
stole Thor's hammer?
Happily, my boy.
That's the
It
question.
involves
That's a
your
brilliant
friend
idea.
Freya, too, though I don't expect it's one she'd enjoy being reminded of. The giant was called Thrym, and he proved cunning enough to make off with Mjolnir while the Thunder Lummox slept. Sadly for Thrym, he didn't always think with his brain. Though he had robbed the greatest giant killer of his greatest weapon, he offered to trade it back to the Aesir in exchange for Freya as his bride. Now, at this point, Freya was married to Odin, and Odin, frankly, would have traded her for a sufficiently strong mead, but he saw an opportunity here. Thrym's palace was in Jotunheim, and only giants know the way. By agreeing to the marriage, they'd have to escort Freya back to their realm. So, Odin coerced Freya into using her Saether magics to conceal Thor, so he could sneak along with her and infiltrate Jotunheim. When the hammer was produced as the wedding dowry, Thor revealed himself. He took back Mjolnir and wasted no time in smashing Thrym's skull, followed by every other giant present for the festivities. The only thing that put a stop to it was Freya, who wanted no part of this massacre. She cast a powerful spell that hurtled them both out of Jotunheim with no means of return. Odin was livid, hoping that Thor's foothold in Jotunheim would become his own. And oh, would he ever revenge himself upon Freya.
What is the point of this story, Head?
Well, for Thrym, the lesson would be to keep his priorities straight. For Freya, it's that doing good has a price. For Thor, it's that no object of power makes you what you are. And if what you are is the biggest butchering bastard in the Nine Realms, nobody can take that away from you.
Alright. Scary thought and an interesting end to PvP. Oh, that's brilliant. Expanding on that question, who's most likely to be possessed by Belair? Just hope there isn't a water level during the horror game. God damn it! Oh, right, because you said at that point it would become a horror game from the panic not properly censoring it. Yeah. Team up like upgrades. Yeah, no, I'm saying like if Belair takes over a player character body, would they gain like part of their subclass abilities? Would they gain like part of their class abilities? Any just magical abilities that they've gained over the time and stuff like that? Would they get that? Like, that's the question surrounding Belair. Like, how much would Belair get? Like, that's interesting. Honestly, Bick, anyone who becomes a problem for him. True. Who do I think is most likely, though? Probably Julian. I feel like there could be a moment where they try to, like, free Julian of the, I don't know how to put this, of his like shadow, because there's that thing following him. We don't know exactly what it is, but I could see the thing becoming a problem to the point where he becomes like a villain, like a pseudo villain for everybody to deal with. And maybe Belair's only thought to get rid of him would be to throw a mask on him. Maybe like stop the violence outright and get rid of the big threat by removing him and becoming him. I could see that happening. Whoa. My mask, your body equals badass. Yeah, I think that's crazy. It's just a weird thing that he can do. I think it's a cool concept. I wonder how often that's going to come up in the story, because you'd think Brennan would try to like limit it. Like, I can't just throw my mask on anybody, so there has to be some sort of limitation to it. Is Julian's shadow akin to Percy's? We don't know yet. Like, we just know that there's something that slipped into his shadow at some point during the party, right? Like, that's all we know so far, is that something is inside Julian now. And even Belair pointed it out to him. He's like, there's something in you. We have to deal with that soon. So, like, you know, there's something there. And I'm curious if Belair would try to do something with it.
You who walks among the living, my beloved Gulvig calls to me. She yearns for peace, yet her remains lie in pieces. I beg of you, make my Gulvig whole again.
You want us to collect her bones? Gross.
Gulvig's Sather magic knows no bounds. She can reunite you with those you've lost.
Really? How?
Boy.
I can smell your grief, child. Rest assured, her magic is strong enough to create bridges between life and death, if only for a short while.
Boy, we are leaving.
Did, who arrived first?
3 of sweet Gulvig's bones and spread them across the lake. Bring me her bones, child. Gulvig will reward you.
I think Belair cannot take the mask off to prevent anyone who switches onto them from being removed by him.
Did you hear him? We could talk to Mom again. If we keep an eye out
Look
while
if you wish, boy. I will not be distracted by this fool's errand. This chisel we seek, what is it?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you. There was a giant once named Thamur. A very giant, who, despite his mountainous size, was without question the greatest stonemason this world had ever seen. Proud Thamur hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge on to his son. But young Hrimthur had the heart of a warrior. Perhaps the father had too much fear in him, or the son too little. Either way, the quarrel of theirs spiraled out of control, and the overworked stonemason, bonk, struck his son. Hrimthur ran off into the night. Feeling shame and regret, Thamur chased after his son, but in his emotional state soon found himself wandering Midgard, lost and alone. Sadly, he caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night, so far from home. Thor.
And what happened next?
You'll see.
Thor killed him. Oh no. He fell in a village?
Aye. When Thamur fell, he crushed a charming place famed for worshipping the Vanir god Njord. Thor always took credit for planning that one. The truth is, the sweaty clawbag just got lucky.
One of the coolest locations in the game, and one of the greatest reveals. The story plays out so perfectly for you to turn that corner and see the body. Like, that's so badass.
What should we do? A wolverine!
A dangerous beast. We will take him down together.
I'll read what you guys are saying in chat in a second. Just gotta deal with this creature. Is there another one? There's another one. Fucking Christ. No, fuck you. Jesus. Okay.
The tip of one, yes. A very, very giant chisel.
Belair has been keeping tabs on that shadow. Yep. I think Belair cannot take off. Oh, right. We already read that. Like a system bot installed on a computer to root out evil. Can you cut the shadow? I imagine some demons could cut the shadow. But I doubt they will. Like Belair literally cannot remove himself from the host he's bound to, the body against his will. Only someone else can remove it from him. From any host he has. So he actually has no say who he's put on. That's true. So maybe I could, right, in a roundabout way, could they theoretically use that to save someone's life? Right? Like, say someone's like damn near dead, and Belair notices this and tells him like, hey, you're gonna die if you don't put me on. Could that be a possibility? Like, if you put me on, you'll be able to survive. Interesting.
Neat trick, lad.
Thanks. His idea.
This is such a storyline. It's 100% Brennan, or are there helpers? What do you mean by that? Like, are there helpers for people who would, like, be put on the mask? Like, someone else puts the mask off and then puts it on somebody? Like, say, like, Hal takes the mask off someone and then puts it on another person sort of deal? Like, I imagine that would work. I get the feeling that, like, the way we saw it play out in episode 4's opening is how it usually goes. Someone goes, pretty mask, and tries to put it on after they've, like, killed Belair. Right? I feel like that's probably the way that it typically goes. But who knows?
What happened to the survivors?
Oh, Thamur was a frost giant. When he died, his final breath froze everything.
That sucks. His final breath froze everything. That's crazy. Just a single breath, and they died. Look at his tattoos. Badass. I honestly think the only way Belair gets to save anyone's life is if someone puts him onto a dying body to use as a weapon. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, could they put the mask on them temporarily, right? Like, say Hal puts it on Taisha to keep Taisha alive for only just
Find the tip
barely.
of that chisel. That's the magic we need.
Right? Like, he keeps her alive with that, and then they take it off long enough for her to, like, be preserved, and then they have to just go find a new host for the Belair body to put on.
Are we doing this?
I think everyone the mask is put on dies, or at least goes brain dead. That could be problematic. We haven't seen it, though, right? Like, we still need to see proof of what would happen.
Enemies ahead.
So that's something we need before we can make any, like, strong theories about something. Which is why there's no eyes. But, like, how long does that take? Like, if you do it quickly enough and save someone's life, does that matter anymore? Like, because if it's quickly enough, who knows? I don't know. We're theory crafting here. Like, that's the fun part about this sort of stuff with Belair and other characters like Belair. Oh, well, there's nothing like Belair. Can't really say that, but. Oh, yeah.
You two make quite a formidable duo.
I do agree that after a certain point in time, like, your body gets destroyed. Just the true question is, how long does that take, right? We haven't mentioned them much, but I'm very confused by Octus. How so? But what is confusing about them?
Atreus, follow me.
Sorry, this is such a great storyline. I just wonder if the DM is alone in all of this, or has some other people at the table that help with the ideas. Well, I'm certain, like, well, it's just how D&D works, right? Like, you as a player give your DM your character idea, and then based on how much, like, you give each other, like, the DM can work off of it. So as of right now, he's working off of what Belair has given him, or what Talbot has given him.
Ah, yes. It was believed that Njord calmed the winds and seas for the fishermen. For that, they loved and worshipped him here.
Tree sap.
Hardened world tree sap. That's handy. That did it.
What did it do? What happened? What is he? It was mentioned he was made. What does that mean? How does his family get into necromancy, etc.? So that's a good point, because they did say, like, because I believe that vision with the white mask was like a surgeon at the end of it all, right? Like that was the surgeon for Octus's birth. So maybe to a degree he was, like, made and manipulated to be some sort of thing. Because, like, that family is a bunch of sorcerers, right? Like, that's the implication. They're all sorcerers. So maybe, like, they tried to ordain it so, like, you are guaranteed to be a sorcerer every time you're born in that family. And then this time it just didn't work. So then instead he had to learn to be a necromancer sort of deal. What happened to him? Well, it was planned from the beginning that he would become a Hollow One. Like, that was what he wanted to play. He wanted to play a Hollow One wizard. So Brennan and him made it so that could happen after death. But it was based on like rolls. So like if it didn't go well, it could have, you know, potentially ended him with dying, right? Like he would have been dead. So that's a possibility. The bigger thing, though, as far as I'm concerned, is like, was that surgeon? That surgeon was supposed to be his grandfather, right? So they're like making their family members into wizards and stuff like that, or into sorcerers. That's the big question, as far as I'm concerned. Gotta check to make sure that that was done. It is done. What is this up here? Something is up here. Do not go back. No. Shit.
See something up there?
It's open. It's not open. Shizen. There we go. Now she's open. It's a great theory, but I honestly think it's a death sentence. The only way Belair has consciousness is at the cost of the host dying. Well, those are questions I feel that are going to be answered later. Well, I mean, to a degree, right? Like, like he is a Hollow One now. That's how he's alive, because the whole night song stone that brought him back to life. How his family got into necromancy, I don't know, but I'm assuming it has something to do with like their family's connection with death. If that came first, or if necromancy came first, who knows? I would imagine those are questions that we're going to eventually have answered. So we shall see within the near future, I'm sure. Oh, good. There you go. Die. You did not help Atreus. What's wrong with you? Ba-boom. Oh, the scale is so badass.
How are we getting down there?
I have a plan.
You do?
Do not act so surprised.
Oh, no offense, brother, but I don't even think Thor with Mjolnir in hand could get through that much ice.
Then Thor is a fool.
This should be entertaining.
Boy.
Ready.
Then Thor is a fool. Oh dear, I don't like reading that before the next question's asked. All right. Fight's over. Okay, what would you say here? Oh, fight is not over. Jump in Yemeni. Max. There's two of them. Jump in Yemeni. I would like to read my chat, game. Instead, you're throwing big fights at me, and I can't read it. Down. One to go. But I'm still raging. And there goes number 2. And the rest of you get to enjoy this.
Oh, hey! You
That was a
again.
long one.
Come on up.
Thanks, Sindri. Okay. No, no, no. I want all these goodies. Okay. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 12, how likely is it that Tierney and Wick will have a doomed romance, or at least some unrequited yearning from Tierney's end? How you liking the change from Greek to Norse enemies? I've played the fuck out of this game. I love this game. I prefer this style over the originals, but I like them all. I like it all. I like it all. It's a lot of fun. It's because I kind of ship them already. Well, so does Whitney Moore. She already. Have you seen what she reposted? Did you not see what she has reposted? It's wild. I'm here for it. Not here. I'm here for it. Not here for it. But down if it happens. Welcome, Victor, the lore seeker. Oh, yeah. New person to the chat. I guess I don't know. I don't mind a romance here or there. Like, I guess I'll say 10. I won't say I'm max for it or anything like that. I'd say 2018 is my favorite story-wise. It's got the best story, and Kratos' growth is amazing. My first was Chains of Olympus. So the first one I ever played was actually God of War 2, and then I got into these. But what did Whitney Moore repost? Okay, I will throw it into the Discord later. You know what? I want your reactions now. I'll throw it in there right now because it is wild. You know what? I'll just send it to both of you individually. That way we don't have to send it into a group chat. I feel like it's safer that way. Do I have you, Bick, on Discord? I might not. Hang on. Let me find this post, and then I'll have to screenshot it because it's wild. It is insane that she reposted this. Because she seems to be down for the romance as is. Alright. I'll send it to Dream first. Oh, there we go. I cannot believe that this was a thing that happened. There you guys go. I await your reactions in chat.
Wow, that was something at the fight. Here, catch. That was a waste of a perfectly good
How
hour.
were you not seen? There is nowhere here to hide.
Oh, that. It's a little trick my people can pull. A special way of not being seen.
You can be invisible?
More like I can step into the realm between realms. And your mind doesn't understand what it's seeing, so it sees nothing at all. That's how we avoid ever having to actually use the weapons we craft.
I sent it to you as well, Dream.
It doesn't seem to work on dragons, though.
Your brother wanted to know if you're getting enough to eat. I guess I could tell him you are.
Brock was asking about me?
Was there meat on his breath?
You let him touch this again.
Shoddy work. See, that's why I'm constantly down bad, because people can draw each other as hot as they want. Dear God, Vic.
Come on, then.
It is a wild post. And the fact that she said that she needs the outfit is the craziest part to me.
You step between realms.
Okay, now shush. I need complete silence for this. There you go.
Sweet. Thanks for the upgrade. Alright, let's see if we can actually upgrade more shit. First, I want to get this armor. Oh, no. Because it'll give me more strength.
Looks amazing.
Sorry, it'll give me more defense, which is what I want. Because I feel like we are getting obliterated constantly in fights.
Fine piece of work. If I say so.
But yeah, Sam also, he responded to it, which was the funniest part to me, because he's like, the Condescent Creed wouldn't partake in any of these acts, and then she reposted with saying something about like not caring about what the Creed has to say. So I think Dream, Whitney Moore is on the exact same side of this as you are. She really wants it to happen. Which is her choice. Everyone is allowed to have an opinion as to what they want their character to do with romances.
The secret to
Especially
any
fictional
craft
characters,
is in
it's
the
unfair to
fine
me that
details.
it's unfair to me. Tyranny has more like was more like a little girl, but now I'm very aware of how unlike a little girl she is, and for that I say thank you, Zodiac. Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations, Zodiac. You are the first person to send me that kind of art over the internet. Oh, good. I'm glad I have that distinction. So we can buy a bunch of stuff, and I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. That's just better. It wouldn't be better. So we'd want to upgrade that out of anything. Well, you're welcome, Dream. I'm sure it wasn't surprising by any means. The internet is a crazy place. All right. I think we're good.
You're not in a hurry.
Also, I'm guessing Whitney's 100% on board. Yeah, for sure. And you were saying we weren't horny. Or that you were above our horniness, Mr. Bandit. I never said that. I just said that that game literally has people getting naked in it. That's all I said. That's a dangerous thing for that game to have. Because I would get in trouble for it with Twitch. It's that simple. Nothing else. Nothing against any of you. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Okay. But yeah, just that's just, you know, what she elected to do. She elected to post that. Each to their own, you know?
So, this plan of yours.
Can you guess it?
Knowing you, it doesn't involve standing around here.
Correct.
But how do we move forward?
Careful! My shop's right here!
Nyam, nyam, yeah, Sindri. Nyam, yeah. Zodiac gradually said, or genuinely said,
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless
I'm
relic
gonna
after
get in
all.
trouble. Somehow, some way, y'all are gonna get me in trouble. I can see it now. Where the frick am I supposed to go? It's over here. I feel like Twitch wouldn't be as big of a problem as YouTube, but if you
Getting
want to
into that
play
building?
games where
Yes.
naked people
You think
appear
there's
in
something
it,
inside that'll help us break the
and
ice
be
get
sure
to the
you're
chisel tip?
the lesser of evils, Kick is your place. True.
Keep thinking.
True. Kick is not great. Kick is a streaming platform. I think Aiden Ross runs it. It's where a lot of people who get like banned on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on Twitch and YouTube go to stream. Because realistically, you can get away with doing damn near everything on that platform. It is not a good platform, though. It is, for lack of a better term, something like that existing is rather dangerous. You know, just the idea that you can basically post and say anything without like, which I don't, you know, you should be allowed to say basically anything as long as it doesn't like, you know, cause violence and stuff like that. But I think that they take it a little bit too far on their end, that they're a little bit too relaxed on the stuff that they allow on their stuff. I think there's a perfect balance somewhere, and Twitch and YouTube don't have it yet. Like, Twitch and YouTube need to figure out a better way to deal with their censorship, because it's not good. Too many people get channels banned or whatever, whatnot, because of their shitty censorship policies, which I think is just atrocious. And then you get, you know, times where something gets said on stream or a video game happens and then someone loses their channel, and it's just, personally, I think it's dumb. I just think that the way that they handle their streaming platforms is just not great. Die. Holy crap. I can't stop staring at the art, by the way. That's funny. It's like 4chan, but for Gen Z, and kind of on steroids. Also, there is generally clips of Zodiac saying very NSFW things. Like what? Huh? It wasn't a actual proposition. It was a joke. I'd never send Zodi to that hellhole. Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. Gotta have dinner. See you in a bit. Dream. Hopefully we're still streaming by then. We should. I kind of want to. I have an endpoint in mind for the end of this stream specifically, so we should be on if you're fast
Come
enough.
here. You knew this place? Before?
I came here on a diplomatic mission once, trying to broker a peace between Asgard and Vanaheim.
But yeah, Bick, that art is wild.
What I didn't know was Thor had already gone on a killing spree of giants.
What did the giants have to do with the war between the gods?
Nothing at all, lad. That's
And
the
Whitney
tragedy of it.
reposted it.
They took no side in that madness. But Odin's paranoia is surpassed only by Thor's lust for blood.
I've actually, it's funny, ever since it happened, I did want to talk about it because I thought it was wild. So I'm glad we were able to. Glad we were able to talk about it. But yeah, with Dream saying that there is a way to like censor dispatch in the thing itself, I might make it one of the games that we can potentially play for the next set of video games on our list. That way we can have a bit more Critical Role relevance. But also Whitney is very right. The set is actually cute. Props to the artist. Well, I each to their own. I'm not going to comment. I don't have fashion tips for anybody or opinions on anything like that whatsoever. That is out of my realm of expertise. I am a guy who wears shorts and sweaters year round. That's my level of fashion.
Huh. What now?
If you can even call it fashion. I do. And if you don't, pooey to you. Oh. Shorts year round, you're damn right.
Ooh, you got most of it.
Shorts year round. It's the way it goes. It's how you be comfortable. Also, I played years of football, so we were wearing like
Well,
shorts that only went down to our
Bandit is
knees
not.
with knee pads.
Now we must free the other strap.
We do?
So my legs were exposed to the weather, to the elements, if you will. So I have grown a slight immunity to my legs being cold. That's psychopathic behavior. What about snow? Most of my life nowadays, if I'm traveling anywhere, I'm going in a car. Like I live a little bit further out from a city than most would live, so I don't have to walk all that much. I have to go outside, and then my walk between the parking lot of whatever building I'm in and the car is the only walking I'll end up doing, unless I'm going somewhere. But I don't really care about that shit.
Correct.
And there weren't any shattered crystals nearby for me to shoot. So that's
As long as it doesn't take long enough, I'm good.
I just leave smashing the ice. We need something ridiculously heavy to... Oh, I get it now.
Good.
Bam. You're less worried? I've been doing it for years. This is my life. I'm immune to the cold.
So it lands near the chisel tip.
Not possible. We cut it free, write it down, and figure out what comes next after.
So your plan involves a whole bunch of luck then.
You are welcome to suggest a different one.
The bigger deal is honestly summertime when I'm wearing sweaters and it's too hot to wear a sweater and I have to change into a t-shirt. It hurts my soul to take my sweaters off. The sweaters are a part of me.
What now?
It's who I am.
Tight.
It's wrong to change it. Gotta find the right spot.
This plan seems ill-advised.
Jump!
That didn't work. It only fell little ways.
I mean, I wore a few skirts because I went clubbing and it wasn't that bad, but still got a little too cold sometimes. We're not even in, like, you came in, like, the end of warm season. So, like, you didn't even feel the cold. That stuff's still coming. I remember in high school, we had a convenience store not too far from the school, but we would have to walk across another school's field and then a massive open field.
Oh no, the floor's collapsed. There's a sand bowl, but how do we get to it?
We cannot.
And it was an open field
Here. Boy.
that we had to cross, and it was a blizzard, and we didn't have lunch, and we didn't want to have the school's lunch because it was terrible. So we went, and the line was always massive. So we said, fuck it, and we went across the fields
What does it say?
in a blizzard, and I was in a t-shirt and sweater. Sorry, not t-shirt and sweater. Shorts and sweater.
Retrograde? It's backwards?
Those symbols. The seasons?
Yeah, but the order's all jumbled. Shouldn't it be winter, spring, summer, autumn?
Why start with winter?
It's from a song Mother used to sing.
Don't I know that one? Winter, that
Quiet, head.
isn't like music either. Got it.
Boy.
That Vetter. Var. Vetter. Sumar.
That's not right.
Nuh-uh. That wasn't right.
I can't remember if it's this one.
Write it.
Vetter. Housed. Var.
That's not right either.
Sumar.
I have to switch these around.
Still nothing.
Boy, the order from the song again.
Winter, spring, summer, autumn.
Yeah, okay. Shit. There we go.
Write it.
Vetter. Var. Sumar. House.
Your autumn is already very cold for me. I'm used to 25C.
Word. But I know that's the order in the song Mom sang.
Sometimes I worry for your sanity. Going through a blizzard in shorts is def one of those times. It is what it is. So if that didn't work, should we do? Does it tell us somewhere else the answer to all these things, or do we just have to keep fucking doing it until we figure it out? Doesn't like tell us the answers anywhere, huh? Okay. So maybe doing the adverse. So we'll do bam, winter, autumn. Oh, wait a minute. It would go winter last, spring. I think summer was in the right spot. Huh? Am I losing my fucking mind? What am I trying to figure out here? How silly I am? How does the year go?
Boy.
That's probably wrong.
House. Sumar. Var. Vetter.
Never mind. I got it. I gotta fumble
Joyous.
around my brain sometimes.
That word.
Thola. It means endure.
Try it.
Thola.
Sometimes my brain works in mysterious ways. Much like how it tells me I'm allowed to walk in the winter with shorts on.
Write it again.
Keep in mind, that was damn near 10 years
He's
ago.
lifting the platform.
Keep writing.
Thola. Thola.
Oh, I haven't been in high school for a while. It hurts my soul to say
How
out
is this
loud.
possible?
My guess? Temporal magic. Dangerous stuff the high band of gods
2027
used
will
to
be
play around
10
with.
years since I
The ability to
graduated.
freeze
Ugh.
time. Happened to be a favorite of Njord himself, in fact.
Used to. Why did they stop?
Well, turns out stopping time keeps the sun and moon from streaking across the sky. Unfortunately, it does not stop the wolves that chase them, always looking to sink their teeth in. After that, they decided it was best to leave time alone.
I can't get to the bull. Only two left.
You all have to die. Quickly. Bye-bye. Just to even say that out loud pains my soul. 10 years.
On your left!
Look, the energy's lifting us. Halfway empty.
it's one of those things where you're like, when did I get so old? Somebody's gonna be like, you're not old. Feel it.
Back to writing before the floor collapses.
I definitely feel it. Listen, if you're used to the elements from football, then you're used to it. It's no further judgment from me. You get used to a lot of things because of football. Annoying schedules and such. Oh wait, you're from Brazil, right? You think of the wrong football when I say football. I'm thinking of like, well, I would say American football, but it's Canadian football. So let me think more like NFL, not FIFA. Although I don't know what every country calls their version of football or soccer or whatever. Oh, get tossed, dude. Get yeeted.
We're good.
Then get on the bowl. Let's go.
Not again.
Just a bunch of them.
More behind you.
Just the fast pass to killing things. Just gotta knock them all off. Oh, you're not in the right spot. Oh, there's a witch. That's always fun to deal with. Can't see their health bars.
The energy lifting us is almost down to nothing.
Alright, get to the bowl.
Look, we're almost to the top.
Get on that bowl, dude. Come on.
Tola. 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 Father, the ball dropped away. We're collapsing. Ruma!
Jump!
No, I got that. I was taught American English, so FIFA for me is soccer, but the Portuguese word for it is futebol. Probably saying that wrong. That's why people think. That's why people think we think of the wrong one. Also, you remembered. Yes, I did. New CR episode this Thursday, correct? Are we starting with soldiers?
The boy.
I think
Having a little
so.
fun, you big grump.
I think so. I don't know if they've announced it yet, what we're getting. There is a chance that they could give us the, and I think it's a small chance when I say this, they could give us the Ford the Ford and Jester wedding. There's a chance of that, but I don't know if they'd want to put this on another break for too long. I think the end of November we'll probably see or maybe even the Thanksgiving. Well, that doesn't make sense because they have their Thanksgiving's the third Thursday of every month or of every, I think, November.
Trust me.
So I don't know because we're likely going to end up with 2 episodes this month anyway, unless there's more than unless there's more than 4 weeks of November. So I don't know exactly how the schedule is going to play out. There's a chance we get the Ford and Jester wedding, but I don't know.
Yes, sir.
It's probably going to be the first Soldiers episode, which I am so hyped for. Push over. Goddamn, that's a forever. Now jump, boy.
How do we get down?
We jump.
Really?
Come. Do not panic.
Why would I panic?
I thought the announcement they made was about this coming week. They normally update on like Monday. So unless I missed it, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be the case, but I don't know. You'll have to check because I'm streaming right now.
You're right. You know that.
Well. Good. We should keep moving.
But I am not too sure. I'll have to look just to make sure.
The chisel tip.
Give the man credit. He has a talent for destroying things.
Remember that head.
Never leaves my mind.
All right. We ready for our first major boss fight? That was last week's? Okay. Never doubt me. I'm the fucking God of War.
Well, if we find him, I'll get the key fight. Bandit.
Father.
Not now.
It was regarding episode 4. For God of War TV show they're making for Amazon, what actor would you think would make the perfect Kratos? Christopher Judge. The same actor in this. Because he is massive and he could easily play the character no problem. You want to see the wedding episode? Maybe that'll be out on Wednesday. Maybe. I want to see the wedding. I don't know when that's coming out yet. Obviously, campaign 2 is my shit, so I want to see everything that has to do with it. And obviously, I'll be recapping that because I have to recap everything. Not that it's a bad thing. I know it's by design, but the avalanche was very appropriately timed. You should never claim to be the God of War. I am the fucking God of War.
Those were the guys we saw with Baldur.
You didn't. You should look that up. There's a funny clip where the voice actor actually says that. Like, I have to collect flowers. I'm the fucking God of War.
The Aesir were the worst of gods, and Thor was the worst of the Aesir. Guess he's a terrible father too.
They are no longer children. They have no excuse.
Will Sindri be okay?
We'll never even see him.
All right.
Ah, the great dining hall. Envy of all Midgard. Funny, I remember there being a massive candelabrum. Really livened up the place. You just can't help but break things, can you?
You're so rude to me, Mimir.
Memory serves, the Jarl's throne was just on the other side of that wall of ice.
Good wall. This one?
We're doing this! Baldur!
Oh, good, and a bunch of small things to fight. Oh, good, they're hurting each other. I like it. Get him, Atreus. Get him, boy. Smash. These fights are always intense. I feel like you can die in literally any of them. Hence, God, steroids for these games. He's a little annoying, but I really love him, Amir. He kept me snickering during all of my gameplay. He's hilarious. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite characters in these games. If it's not Atreus and Kratos at the top of my list, it's him and Freya. Literally top tier characters right there.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, this thing's poor shoulder. I say it like he's not trying to kill me, but like, I feel bad sometimes about these monsters. They're just trying to live. And here I am, killing them. Hey! Okay, I no longer feel bad. You guys are going to face your deaths. Hey, dude, you're so rude. It's like the third time you've grabbed me like that, and I'm not a fan. You need to die. Thank you.
I think we can get through there.
That was close. Have you ever gone back to the first episode to see if there was anything or any missing clues? I haven't gone back yet. I plan on going back shortly, just to make sure there's nothing missing quite yet. But I do plan on eventually going back at some point in time to check out some of the older stuff to see if anything was missed that we as viewers could really like go like, oh, so that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is, right? Like, I love doing that kind of stuff. Like, I did it for early campaign 3 stuff, like going, oh, this happened and this happened. Like, I can't believe we missed this part or whatever, right? Like, what was funny is when you go back and like look at like FCG, like the one-eyed monster thing, the evidence is there for FCG to be the one-eyed monster. Like, oh, like he was missing like an ocular like thing on him when they first found him, so it just like makes sense. Like he could be they could be the one-eyed monster, which was funny and was hilarious setup for a penis joke, which I feel like is the goal of every character, to make a hilarious penis joke setup. If your goal to your character is to not make a penis joke, you're doing the wrong thing. In my opinion. You can always make a penis joke with your character. That's how it is. Such is life. One of my friends for a game that I played in real life with him, his name was shit, what was it? His name was Private. That's his, like, that was his like rank. He's a private in the army, and his name was Parts. So he was Private Parts. Ew, that was a hell of a character right there. So I named all of his like brothers like penis jokes as well. I just thought it'd be funny doing it that way. Casper figured out what you're doing in Trends campaign. Maybe. But probably not. Alright. Playing God of War kills my sense of empathy. I go full murder hobo. Hey, that's alright. Murder hobo's okay. Just don't go murder any hobos, you know? Although, can I really say anything with my history of murdering hobos in Oblivion? Probably not. Have you found anything, Freddy? Oh, I guess he hasn't answered that yet.
See, lad, he's fine.
Thought it best to vanish when Thor's idiot son showed up.
Okay.
Where shall we begin?
Let's see if we can upgrade any of our current armor stuff. We can. And we're gonna have to. Oh wait, I crafted that. That's the wrong thing. I did not want to upgrade that. Crap. Hello, Dream. What I hear when I see what Zodiac posted to me and Vic. Jump on it. Let's do it. Ride it. My pony. Oh, god damn it. She's going full Magic Mike on Wick. Dear God. That's something else. Something else to say, you know. This looks better than what I currently have. Can I upgrade it again? I can. Can I do it one more time? I will. 'Cause anything right now is better because we're about to deal with a big fight.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, it's a good thing you're back, Dream, because we're almost near the end of this. Well, hang on. Will that be better if I equip something like this? Honestly, probably not. We're about to have a big boss fight, and that's likely where I'll end the stream after that. So, good thing you're back. We now know what Dream was staring at dinner. Ah, yes. There you go. We know what you do, Dream. Talon bow upgrade.
And for you, when you shoot these, they'll say Sindri. And we're back to you.
Can I upgrade my armor? I can, and I will.
I don't suppose you could try keeping that clean?
Nope. No clean. All murder. Can we get new armor for Atreus?
How about you, young one?
If only I had hack silver. Oh
What
dear.
more do you need?
Gonna rewatch them this week before the new episode. That's probably a good move, in all honesty. Can we sell old chest armor to get some more hack silver back?
That's a deal.
See how much hack silver we can get. Doubt there's much to catch, but it'll be fun. I'm sure there's probably a lot more than you'd expect. Like, I would be willing to put money down that there is something there that's like, oh, that's going to be important for the future. But again, my predictions are always wrong, so what do I know? Alright. Resurrection stones, resources. We're not selling any resources. Oh, we can buy those back. That's funny. Can we get a better resurrection stone from him? We probably could. So let's do that first. We'll sell this one. I really wish I could see the Starstruck in Vegas. Every new season of D20, I pray for Starstruck Season 2. What is that? What is Starstruck? I'm hoping to see the Stone Valier wedding sometime soon. Stone Lavore. My bad. I misread that altogether. Yes. I would like that to come out this week. Hopefully. Because then I'd be able to do a recap of it. Something tells me they'll put it out later, though, to not have a clash with any other C4 stuff that comes out. But who knows? If it comes out Monday, that means I have a video for Tuesday. You know? I mean, I already have a video planned for Tuesday, which will be recorded on Monday. But if that comes out, that changes my plans. So it's why I never preemptively record shit anymore. Because you just never know what they're going to put out before you do anything. Like, just never. You never know. Can we do any last minute upgrades? No, not by the looks of it. Okay, we can upgrade Atreus a bit. Previous skill required. What do these do? Massively increase the Talonbow's firing rate. I kind of like that. Want him to be able to just deal damage. Increase arrow damage. Can't afford that now, Shizen. Starstruck was very good. I think it's on hold specifically, or sorry, especially because Emily and her husband, whose name I forgot, they have their podcast and we're working on their other project that don't belong to D20. So is Starstruck like a Dimension 20 thing? It helps avoid things like, say, who's on what table announcements. The fact that they fucking announced that in a recap thing just sounded so weird to me. The fact that we know what tables they're on now and they didn't like put it in an episode, it's just weird. I don't know why they did that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Boy. Surrender.
Emily Axford? Yeah, I thought that's who you meant.
No.
She played Prism, right? Or am I wrong?
Good. This fight is mine, boy. Go.
And where do you think you're going? Oh no, brother. The little freak's got a bow. What are we gonna do? Don't tell me what to do.
I will beat the piss out of both of you, I swear to goodness. Do not touch my boy. She was indeed Prism, yeah. She was fun to have around. I kind of wish she was in campaign 4. She was one of the people that if I could have picked one of the new people, she would have been top on my list. Oh, damn. Hurts. You get tossed around by the dogs of war. I can't hit him. Crap. be you two.
Stay behind me, boy. Why do you hunt us? What does Odin want?
Don't know. Come here, half-breed. You done holding at his hand.
Shut up! Don't call me that!
Get away from me.
Can't believe
You will not hurt my boy.
Those skinny little arms can barely.
I said
Get away.
shut up!
Calm yourself, boy.
Looks like they need another lesson.
What? Don't touch. Two of you will die this day. 2v1. And box him up. Let's go. Good shit, Travis. Okay, round 2 with this.
She cut up your face and you
Don't talk about my mother!
don't talk about my mommy.
Don't listen to him, lad. Trying to rile
Bye bye, sucker.
idiots. Son. The sons of Thor are
Bye bye.
welcome to try.
Head!
Sorry, overstepped, yeah?
I love this fight. It's so sick.
Turn around.
Heads up, assholes.
Yeah, you guys think you're cool? I'll tell you something. You got nothing on the God of War. Look at this. Just beating the crap out of both of them. What a beast I am. This fight is so epic.
Atreus!
Losing your touch, brother.
Tell me to fuck off. You're the one who's not dying. There we go. Beautiful.
I'll kill you!
Atreus! Control yourself!
No! How did you? You have no idea. You son of a bitch!
Sickness. Fever has returned.
Ugh.
No! It hasn't.
Boy,
The coffin, the blood. The boy's sick, he needs Freya.
No!
Steady.
I'll be all right.
There you go, lad.
I'm fine, see?
We should keep an eye on him.
Okay, what did I miss since you guys have been talking a lot? Emily Axford, yes, she in fact played Prism. Other fairy gifts that don't have free will? What are we talking about? Is that what we're looking for? Napod, not another D&D podcast. Emily hosts it with her husband, Murph. Is that his name? They are both on D20, and yeah, she played Prism. I love Prism. She was awesome. She was great. Brian Murphy. She was the one who technically sealed Bodor's fate. She's delightful. I love her as Fig. You should check, at the very least, this series of their Zodiac. I've tried watching Dimension 20 stuff in the past. I just can't get into it. Like, the one that I even tried was one where Matt was a player. See you, Freddy. Thank you for clarifying. She was awesome. I agree, Bick. She was also the MC's bestie in Date Everything. She killed the vibe of Delulu BFF supporting each other. There's delusions. How does she kill the vibe? She killed the vibe, or she killed the vibe? Like, she killed it, or she made it not fun? So you've played Date Everything, or you just know? I watched other people play it while I did things. I was tidying my room. Oh, never mind. That's not to be read. That does need to be read out. Anyway, so I didn't miss too much in the chat, thank goodness. All right, let's cut a piece out. Bam. But yeah, I think Emily Axford would have been an awesome person to have in C4. She would have been so much fun.
Enough.
Should do. With that, we can carve the travel rune to Jotunheim. Get you where you need to go.
Perfect.
Oh, incidentally, all those magically sealed doors we've seen can now be unlocked. Like that one round the corner. You can get through that door there now that you've got the chisel.
She captured the vibe perfectly. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious what you meant by that. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Poor Magni. This is what you get for attacking the god of war, you fool. Just scrolled by Zodiac for saying stuff. We got scolded by Zodiac for saying stuff. Well, I don't feel like I need to read out everything you guys say, especially when it sounds mildly personal. I read it. I didn't read it, you know. Some of it didn't need to be read out. We got scolded for being too horny on stream. No, I don't agree.
That he did.
He was a god, but you killed him.
Minor Aesir, perhaps, but I.
And his father's Thor.
Not minor. Not minor at all, him. This will not go over well in Asgard.
I defended us. Nothing more. I fear no judgment.
Judgment, no. But if vengeance is any concern.
Since when can you kill a god?
Since when can you kill a god? Well, you see, boy, there was this other place I was in before. It filled with a bunch of dum-dums.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
Filled with a bunch of fools who needed to go, boy. Perfect. Where are the other runes for this thing to open? That guy's dead. I know I said I was going to end the stream after we killed those two, but I like this game too much. I don't want to keep playing. There's one. We'll see how much longer we go. If only Atreus knew about Greece. Yep. If only. He wouldn't question Kratos as much as he does. Which, you know, Kratos, like, tell your son something, dude. Your son would think you're the coolest mofo in the world after hearing a couple of things. Yeah, you know that guy? I killed him. And that one, I killed him too. Looking at a yearbook of all the gods. Like, yeah, that guy, he was pretty cool. Fast as hell. Dead. Just something about it would be funny to me. Where's the last one? Question, do you think the next game is going to be Egyptian mythology? Or do you think they're going to keep Atreus and the Norse mythology? See, there's a couple of rumors spiraling around for the game. I don't want to get into spoiler territory for those who haven't seen it and are watching these streams. But initially, I was under the impression they were going to do like a small side game with Atreus. But I don't know if they're still doing that or not. Where's the last rune? So depending on how they're planning out the next couple of games, that'll determine a few things. I think Egyptian could be it if they're gonna just skip over what they've set up with Atreus. But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I hope they don't, because the Atreus stuff is a lot of fun. Or the idea of the Atreus stuff is a lot of fun to me. So I hope they don't do that.
Wait, we were here before. But which way back?
Does not matter, boy. I'm looking for the thing. I think the next game might follow Atreus. Yeah, that's honestly where I would like to see them go with the story. You just never know. Game developers change their minds way too often and end up messing with something that could be dope and making it less dope. I'm going to find this one. It's a single stone. It should not be this hard to find. It has a massive glowing N on it. Crikey. He's dead. Glacial chrysolite. Bam. There we go. See? We needed that money. We actually really did need that money. I like Atreus and his story a lot, but I feel like Kratos is the god of war. I hope they keep up with Atreus, but as DLC or smaller game, something like that. That's a possibility. I kind of want them to do what they did with Spider-Man Miles Morales before they did Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be, in my opinion, the way to go about it.
What speaks to you?
That's just my opinion, though. Other people might disagree, but I personally feel like that would be the way to go for Atreus, to do like a small side game with him as the main character, similar to what they did with Miles. I just feel like that would be a lot more fun for him anyway. Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people didn't like the Atreus sections in the next game, but I fucking love them.
I don't think the lad's doing too well.
I'm fine.
If so, then keep up.
Yes.
I actually saw that people made a bunch of mods for that game that like reduce the time you're in the Ironwood, and I'm like, no, the Ironwood was so much fun.
Magni didn't come back to life.
That is interesting. It's known the Aesir find their own way to Valhalla. No Valkyrie escort, no processing at the gates of Helheim. That may be significant.
But who knows? I would like to see anything from God of War. Santa Monica takes too long to make games. That's my only complaint about these games. They take too long to come out. Because I was hearing rumors that there would be a game out like this year about it. But no. But there isn't even any news about any games coming up for Santa Monica. So that's kind of shitty. I wish there was something. Something would be better than nothing.
Back near the giant's head. What is this place?
Fishermen would bring the day's catch into this port and use that contraption to send some of it directly to the Jarl's main kitchen. The rest were sorted and sold.
There is an exit under the thumb. Find a way across.
I can be close enough. Yep. Yeah, I'm realistically, like, as far as like games go right now, there's nothing that's like caught my eye aside from obviously some Kingdom Hearts leaks that have maybe are real, but I don't know if they are or not, and I don't really like speculating. I personally don't like looking at like spoilers and stuff like that for anything like that. Like, I'd rather just leave it to my own thing. Shake's head clear of Wikini fan art, so Zodiac in chat too if you want. Top six guests you want for C4, and what table? Hang on, what happened? Where'd it go? Oh, you redacted it. Why? Why are you redacting it? Because your mind wasn't freed of the Wikini stuff, or the Wikini. How are people saying it? And what table you want them to join? Okay, that's what I thought. What table? Who would I like to see, and what table would I like them to join? That's a fantastic question. I would like... That's so hard. Emily Axford on Soldiers. That's not a bad shout. I like Emily Axford. I'd like to see her come back and see her playing something a little bit different from Prism. So basically go like the fighter route. That's not a bad move. I like Emily Axford, so she'd need to be a barbarian. Yeah, need a barbarian. Exactly. So basically anybody who you can think of to be a barbarian should come back as a barbarian. Is he up there? Like, what is he doing? Go up there, boy. I want you to pick me up.
There's a rope up here.
He sounds very weak. I want Lou Wilson playing a monk at the soldiers table. Dream, we do not accept monks. No monks. I kid, of course, but I'd rather not see a monk. I would like to see Lou. Lou is fun. He was so much fun during EXU Calamity, and to see him back would be awesome. Especially with Brennan. Like, him and Brennan had a great time together, so I would like him to play. Honestly, I think it'd be cool. Like, I don't really care like what character-wise they show up and play as. I would like someone who is a part of like the Cormorant family, who is like against the idea of what they're doing. Like, because like the Cormorants seem like they're just as evil as the Taconuses. So if the Cormorant family... Have you guys already bickered about Dream being a monk? Not really. I just think it's funny. I feel like Dream chose that to spite me. I'm kidding. I don't think we've done that on purpose. Okay, there was nothing up here that we missed. But I think, you know, each to their own. If you play a monk, you play a monk. It's not my fault you're wrong. I can't hold back. I have to every time.
Everything we
I want
just did.
Ashley Birch to join the schemers table
Rode a giant
as
fall
Wick's
of hammer,
ex-lover. Oof.
fought some bad gods. What do you think Mother would say?
That you have come a long way.
Thanks.
I think what should happen is she joins the table and accidentally gets Taliesin killed again. That would be funny. Gets Belair killed. Imagine. Do you think there'd be just as much hate towards her if she does that this time around? Or is Belair less loved than Molly Mock? I think a lot of people like Belair a lot, so it would be a massive issue yet again if that ends up happening. Poor Ashley Birch. She will always be remembered as the one who got a character killed. Yes, Ashley needs to come back. She can't be guilty forever. I sort of fell into it, but spiting you is a bonus. Oh, good. Good, good, good.
Another one here.
Ah, you know this one, don't you?
It's Thamur, the giant stonemason. Is he building a wall around Jotunheim?
It was to be his masterwork. He only wanted to protect his people.
Too bad the first part got burned.
I prefer the last panel was burned. Such a senseless pity.
Another murder by Thor. She's so lovely. I feel bad for her. Yeah, I feel bad for her too. Apparently, whenever she goes to like a con, and there's like a Molly Mock cosplayer, she gets side-eyed, which is not good. It shows sort of like the negative aspects of the fan base.
Prison.
That would explain the hefty magical lock on the outside.
But it's more than
No Sheer should come back
I have this
as a
feeling
fighter/rogue. He played the
someone's
emissary,
waiting
right?
for us down here.
You've a knack for ominous statements, lad.
What kind of something?
I'm not sure. Something powerful.
Whatever you feel, boy, we will handle it. We have come this far, yes?
Yes, Father.
All right. So we're not going to do this because this is a Valkyrie boss fight, and I don't need to die. The guy who played the emissary. Yeah. That's what I thought. He was cool. So, you said top 6. I'm just going to throw out that I would like to see... I'd like to see Emily come back. I personally would also really like... Because I thought it was going to happen in, like, the main campaign. But I'm a big Game Grumps fan, so I would like to see Aaron Hansen or Ego Raptor show up at some point in time, because I know he's friends with Matt Mercer. So I would like for them to like have a moment so he can join the Seekers table. Who else would be fun to have on the show? Because that's realistically what I would ultimately want. I would want people to be fun and have it on the show. Honestly, it's a little too late, and I've been asking for it for a long time, and now that we're in a completely different world, it probably won't ever happen. But I would love for... why can't I think of his name all of a sudden? Oh my god, what is wrong with me? No, why can't I think of his name? He's huge in the D&D scene. I think his company's called Death Roll or something. Fuck, what's his name? He's an actor. He was married to Sofia Vergara. I can't think of his name right now. What is wrong with me? Was married because they are divorced now. Someone's gonna have to tell me. Because I'm losing it right now with not being able to remember what his name is. It's gonna bother me until someone puts it in the chat.
What now then? Maybe Freya ought to have a look at the boy.
No, I feel better now. I just needed to catch my breath. Where do we go next?
Well, now that we've got the giant's chisel...
No, not Vin Diesel.
so we can carve it into that special gateway.
I've never seen True Blood. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know it?
I don't know if he's in it or not.
No. But the serpent did mention that the giants had entrusted that secret to Tyr.
Isn't Tyr dead?
Aye, but his hidden vault is very much in reach. The doors are beneath his temple, submerged in the lake for generations until our snake friend shifted his weight. There we shall find the fabled Black Rune of Jotunheim.
We could also explore some more. We got that chisel now, and that vault isn't going anywhere. Seems a shame to waste the boat.
We shall see, boy.
Oh, he was in Magic Mike, Joe Manganiello. That's it. I want it because he played Archon. I should have just said that. He played Archon. Fuck, why am I so stupid? Yes, the guy who played Archon, Joe Manganiello, not the Punisher. Joe Manganiello played Deathstroke in one of the Justice League movies for like half a second before that universe got erased. I would like to see the Punisher, though. What's his name? Shit. He's awesome. Jay Barenthal. That's his name. We've already been on this beach. I'm just going to turn around. Jay Barenthal would be awesome to see on Critical Role. Same with Deborah Ann Wool. She convinced him that D&D is worth trying. So I would like to see the two of them show up, and they can be on the Soldier's Table. And they can play Karen and the Punisher. That would be awesome. I love Daredevil. That show's awesome. I never got into the Punisher show. I should really watch it because I like him a lot. But I never was able to get into it. Okay, so where are we going? We're going there. To the vault. But we can also do a few things. You know what? I think right now might be a good time to just pause the stream and call it a day. Because there's a lot of places that we can go. I would love Deborah Ann Wool as a guest. She was awesome. She introduced the Happy Time Fun Ball. Or the folding halls of Halas.
I see no tower.
Maybe I'm seeing things.
Alright. But yeah, she was awesome. I would love her. She played Twiggy. She was awesome. And I would love for her to be back on the show. Neil Newbin would be cool. Who the heck is Neil Newbin? I don't know. I don't know these people. No. Deborah Ann Wool was in Season 2. Was in Campaign 2. Or I just missed BG3. Neil Newbin is Astarion. You're right. My bad. Yes. Oh my god. He'd be so awesome. And he's friends with Abria because they did that one shot. They did that live show one shot that together. So that's definitely a possibility. That would be awesome for that to happen. That would bring a lot of eyes back to Critical Role from the D&D fan base, for sure. Or at least from the BG3. That would be a huge thing. They need to do that. A couple of crossovers with those characters. Now, do those characters specifically have to be what they play? Absolutely not. But they could play versions of them, or they could just play completely new stuff. I think Neil Newburn would be awesome on Critical Role. Is it Neil Newborn or Bond? I thought it was Newbon. But either way, I would love to see them come back and play some sort of D&D with Critical Role. That would be so cool. That'd be such a fun move. But I think that's a good spot to end the stream today. So, with that all being said, thank you guys for the fun conversations and the new interesting stuff we've learned about Whitney Moore today. I would also love to see the guy who played the Dawn Father, Nick Marini, to come back. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah, you know, someone very random who I could see getting into D&D and CR. Who? Very random. I wonder if it's random or if it's someone I could potentially answer this because I would like to see who it is. Just gotta keep this moving so it doesn't say there's no signal. Don't leave me hanging here, Bick. You gotta tell me who it is. That's what I'm waiting for before I end the stream. I want to know who you have to say. Could kill a few things while we wait. Or I could just look at some of the stuff. We have some new skills to buy, I'm sure. BB no money. Okay. No thanks. That's funny. That's funny. BB No Money. He's been going on insane side quests and has been getting very into cosplay community. Plus, he is a verified nerd. That's funny. I don't like his music. I do like him as a person. He seems very funny. Not a fan of his music. Everything he's made music-wise is a sample of a different song, and I think that's so lazy. But I do agree. I think he'd be a lot of fun to see on Critical Role. Anyway, I will see you guys on, Tuesday for whatever video I make next, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully there's no laggy-ass stream Wednesday, so until then, peace. I could see it happen due to how insane his side quests have been. That's very true. Anyway, like I said, peace, guys.